Welcome, everyone. Brad Beller's Coaches Show here on Squirtle. Game of the Week. Brad,
Yep.
we're the Squirtle Game of the
Squirtle Game
Week,
of the Week.
tonight. So looking forward to that. I say tonight, we're doing this on Wednesday. We always try to give Coach plenty of time at the end of the week to take care of what he needs to do. So I appreciate Brad giving us the opportunity to visit with him. Coming off a 35-10 victory last week over a very good Sulphur, ranked number 5 in 3A. They're going to cause some problems in Class 3A. They again, that was just their first game of the season. Warriors on game number 2. But Brad, your offense started as very well. Still, in 2 games, you only turned the ball over 1 time. Not bad for an offense.
No, it's not, especially an offense that is going to be some RPO stuff. And early in the year, the mesh points and the pull and the throw and the timing and everything can sometimes be off. And so they've done. It shows the experience that we have in the quarterback and being in complete control of the offense. And so I've been very pleased with the way that our skill positions have executed. But more importantly than anything is how well that offensive line's played. And they have done a great job of controlling the front line and allowing us to stay balanced in the run game and the pass game.
Having a senior at quarterback that this is his 3rd year running the offense helps a lot.
Makes a big difference. I mean, he can come over and say, hey, they were in a man under that coverage, or they were in straight cover 0, or coach, I think it was more of a zone, and so for a kid that has played as many games as he's played in and has seen as many game plans put together, and he understands what we're trying to do to attack, and so the biggest thing that he does that I think is his biggest strength in Major is his faith and trust in the lineman, his faith and trust in his skill positions to go get it done. And you can play more freely whenever you have that type of faith that they can go get it done and you don't have to force anything.
And he's got plenty of people surrounding him in playmakers, from every wide receiver, the 2, everybody talks about the tight end. We're tight end high school, not tight end U, we're tight end high school. And then he's got 2 good running backs behind him.
He does. In the first week against Mayan, we had 9 guys touch the ball with the first offense. The other night, 7. You usually don't see that. You might see 3 or 4 guys that have receptions, but when you have 6 different guys have receptions, you have 3 different guys with rushes the other night. All of a sudden you look up and all these guys are making yards, significant yards, not just like a 1 or 2 yard run. It's, Cade Norman comes in the other night and he ends up having a great game, just pounding it up inside and getting the yards that he needed to. Hudson had to play a little bit more defense, and so we were able to keep them fresh. And then all the receivers that pitched in, and Mason Singletary had an unbelievable night, 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns, over 140 some yards receiving. And and that's really when our offense is at its peak, is whenever we can distribute the football around to other people. But it does come back to the O-line blocking and our skills blocking for other skills.
Well, and you don't have anybody get jealous, because Major doesn't have just one guy he's throwing the ball to and everybody else just sort of, okay, when it's a pass play, I'm just going to jog down here because I'm not going to get the football. They run the routes right, and like you said, they go block for each other.
They do, and that's the one thing we were concerned with all year was, okay, is enough going to be enough? What are we going to? We're going to have success, but when do I start? Well, I want more success, and I'm not saying that they don't want the ball thrown to them. They do want the ball. They want the ball handed off to them. They do want, and to make plays, and so, but they've fought that off to be selfless and make sure that their teammates have success, they have success, because they ultimately know that's how we're going to be at our best. We've got to get that into our younger kids. Some of the younger kids are, have really got to, understand earning your stripes. And we've got to, if we have a problem with selfishness right now, it's with our younger kids that think that they should be playing. And you want to say, look to the upperclassmen and say, this is how it needs to be done, because this guy's going to play for Iowa State. This one's going to be playing on Saturdays. This one's going to be playing on Saturdays. And they don't care. They just want to win. And as long as we keep that attitude, we're going to be really good. And our youngers need to really change their mindset and understand, just make the most out of what they get.
Your defense, Brad, had that bend but don't break mentality. You give up a touchdown, and then they get the ball right back before halftime and go on a pretty good drive and move the football, and then they sort of decide, well, we'll kick a field goal. I think, and I said it in the broadcast, and you mentioned it a little bit in your coach's show, that they probably didn't want to give you the football back because they didn't stop you all night. You did not have to punt the ball. The only time you turned it over was at the end of a quarter or end of the half, or the one fumble.
Yeah, and I know sometimes offensive coordinators or even head coaches might try to, you were in a rhythm offensively and you're going, and that's what it looked like they were doing. And then it's like, hey, we don't need them to have the ball again. And they throttled back a little bit, and it almost seemed to kind of kick them out of sync whenever they did try to go score, kicking the field goal, trying to bleed the clock out, and just to keep us from having another drive. And so you understand their thought behind it, but you would have thought they might have tried to be more aggressive down there on the goal line to go score right before half. Give credit to our defense for at least getting off the field, saving the 7 points, only allowing 3. Then they turn around in the second half and go on a 8-minute drive themselves, and we were able to stop them inside the goal line as well. So we did have a bend don't break. We righted some wrongs. There was a lot that we learned from film, what teams are going to try to do to take advantage of how aggressive we are and make us play on our heels. So we really thank Sulphur for what they did, because it gave us an understanding of what teams are looking to do to try to slow our defense down.
And tonight's the night. We've got a great 2A opponent in Jones coming to town. This is number 4 game in the state, according to the Daily Oklahoman. It's number 1 in McLean County.
Yeah.
These guys, you know a lot about them. They know a lot about you. What you said earlier, you've played them 5 times in 4 years. 5
times in 4 years. We've played them in a lot of other sports. And so our kids are familiar with their kids. Our coaches are familiar with their coaches. They have a great coaching staff. Coach Witt has done a great job since Coach Martin went to Texas Tech. And their team believes. That's the one thing that I feel like they didn't have in 21 that they had last year in 22. And then, of course, this year is they're a team that believes they can win, not just against Washington, but any opponent. They play Bethany, Lincoln Christian, and us in the non-district. That's a tough task for any 2A team, and they're a really solid football team, very, very explosive on the offensive side of the ball, and it all starts with a quarterback, Clayton Creasy, that seems like he's been around forever, and really good football player. They probably say the same thing about me. They probably do, and Tanner Winlock and Nathan Spalding, those 3 guys seem like they've been around. Cage Morris been around forever, so it's going to be a really fun football game. 2 great football teams. There will be a lot of talent and a lot of really good high school football players on the field. Jones coming off a loss last week to 3A opponent in Victory Christian. They're a lot like, you talk about it, Brad, they're a lot like us. They don't slouch on their non-district games. They're coming in 1-1. They win against Bethany in week 0, lose last week at home. So they probably have some doubts, where do we stand, but they're basically intact from last year. They are. I think they lost 1 rotate linebacker, 1 starting defensive lineman. The entire offense is back and intact. They have the trigger man, like we said, with our offense, and so Clayton Creasy is going to end up going to UCO. He verbally committed last week. So they have a lot of talent themselves. They're fast on the edges. Number 8 is the receiver that everyone needs to watch for. He's a very explosive, dynamic guy. He gave us fits in the semifinals and in the regular season last year. So, their coaching staff does a great job. Ted Durrell is their offensive coordinator that's been a head coach, and they understand what they need to do to get their players the ball in space, and they do a great job of doing it. And tonight's the night. Had a big crowd in week 0 against Bayan that came in here. We need another big crowd here tonight. We do. I hope our student section is rowdy and excited. I thought we had a good student section even at Sulphur the other night. It needs to be a big, big night for our crowd to get out, be energetic, and just, it's starting at 7:30. Weather should be okay by then, and come out and we'll just watch a really good high school football game. Again, can't hardly see it, but there's a lot of construction going on. Yeah. Give us a little update, Brad, about our new concession dressing rooms down there. It's getting closer. That's really, we're inching. The storm this week, affected a little bit of it, and they were having to do a little bit of cleanup. They've had, some some typical construction things, overlapping your schedule, getting people here whenever they can be here. Other places, a lot of these guys are in demand everywhere else, and we've got construction all over the campus. And so we're getting really, really close to, being able to access the concession. Hopefully the concession and bathrooms are the first two things to come in. The band room still has a little bit because there's a lot more finishing touches that have to be done on the inside. But I can tell you the construction workers are working their rear off to make sure that, it's not, trashed out or dirty or anything. And they want to make sure it has a good feel and a good atmosphere for Friday night.
Well, we need you here. If you're listening to this at home, come on to Reed Field. If not, stay tuned because we'll have this ball game, and it's going to be a great one. As we said at the beginning, this is the Squirtle game of the week as Jones and Washington, and then next week we'll be off. We have got a little bye week next week, Brad. It's probably be a good time for it.
It will. Just let the kids catch their breath. It's been fast and furious last 6-7 weeks, and so. They'll need to catch their breath and get ready for that district push, and should be a fun district season as well. And we'll talk about that later. But it's definitely a time that they can catch their breath. Coaches can catch their breath, get some JV and junior high season rolling, and slide into the district season. All
right, Brad. Best of luck to you and the Warriors tonight. We'll visit with you at halftime.
Thank you.
As we always do. Stay tuned, and we'll hear a word from our sponsors, and then Kyle and TJ in the booth will join me, and we will have more of the pregame right here from Reed Field. Washington, Jones. Stay tuned for all that right here on Squirtle TV.
Welcome to Reed Field. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harris, and we have the coin flip about to happen. Stuart McPherson on the sideline. Captains Major Cantrell, Cooper Alexander, Nathan Spalding, and Easton Berglund on the field for the Warriors. Someone not in pads, Kyle, number 10, Mr. Clayton Greasy, a quarterback that threw for over 300 yards against the Warriors in their last regular season matchup, which was about a year to the date last year, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know about last year, but game one he was 15 for 23 with 224, and last week against Lincoln Christian he was 22 for 32 with 309 yards. So they're definitely, talked about it earlier, TJ, they're definitely going to be missing him tonight, but who knows? This kid that they got behind center taking snaps tonight might be an absolute gunslinger. So
well, and if you go back to the lineage, and Stuart can attest to this on the side, and we'll go down to him in a little bit, but the Jones Longhorns have had a long line of good quarterbacks dating back to, you had Dax Garman, who went on to play at Arizona and Oklahoma State, and then you had Carson May, who was a 4-star recruit that went to Iowa and is now at Wyoming. And so, Stuart, you've been around a little longer than we have and played Jones, seen Jones a lot. Their quarterback play is usually pretty good, no matter who they put under center.
Well, their entire team's good, guys, and it'll be a different team tonight. There's no doubt. You can't go, if we lose Major, it's a different ball club for us
exactly.
as well. But word on the field is that quarterback's a sophomore. He's a gunslinger, but has had zero high school experience.
Yeah.
So, we talked about it earlier, and I'm sure you're fixing to get into that a little bit about the keys to the game. But now more than ever, we got to get pressure.
Yeah, in our pre-game show that we had at my house, we talked about how we hadn't had a lot of sacks this year. And you got to think that Jones being a prolific passing team with number 8, Braden Scott, a great receiver for the Longhorns. Got to think that Nathan Spalding might be able to get his first sack of the night. He's been held in check mainly due to a lack of passing from other teams. You look at that Sulphur possession in the third quarter last week where they ran the ball and nearly ran 10 minutes of time off the clock. As your Warriors take the field, we're about 3 minutes from kickoff, but back to that Sulphur game. The Warriors, a physical game against the Bulldogs from Sulphur, end up winning 35-10. And behind the passing game, Major Cantrell to Mason Singletary. Mason Singletary had himself a ball game with a couple touchdown catches, 120 yards receiving, Kyle.
Yeah, Singletary stepped up big last week, had a big catch there in the first half, and then second half had the one where Major scrambled, went right side, left side, back to the right side, and threw across the field to a wide open Singletary. We talked about that. Me, you, and Stuart both talked about that. About if Singletary would have dropped that ball, that might be one you talk about for the ages. But
right, it looked like a fair catch that he was trying to make out there.
Singletary was able to bring that one in and get him a couple touchdown catches last week, and like you said, he stepped up big, and he's going to have to do it again tonight.
Yeah, Major Cantrell, 6 touchdown passes on the season so far, and had back-to-back 3 touchdown games. And you know, you got to like the contribution from him in the backfield as the senior caller for these Warriors.
Yeah, and only had 1 incompletion last week, TJ. Major really stepped up big, hit his guys, went through his reads and hit open receivers, when the time came. But also on the backside of that, he also got the ground game going with his feet. I might be one of the only guys that ever talks about that. Major needs to get out in the pocket and run a little bit because he's one of the quickest kids on the team, and we saw it last week, really had some yards on the ground.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Kyle. 125 yards rushing in the semifinal game against these Longhorns. And in the game before that, he rushed for 145 yards, including a 99-yard touchdown run that kind of sealed the deal. Warriors won the toss.
Hey, tell him to reset the clock.
All right, he's resetting. We got Brother Will's got the resetting it. I like it, giving us a chance to get settled in as well. Tanner Olson is set to kick off to the Longhorns. We're having some technical difficulties upstairs. And so the Longhorns will receive the ball to start this game. Tanner Olson with his squib kick up the middle. Taken by 21 and brought down immediately by number 16, Mr. Brakefield. Good special teams play there by the sophomore.
Yeah, one of the quick kids, Brakefield, one of the backup quarterbacks, was able to get down on the hands team right there and kind of seal the deal on this opening kickoff. Looks like the Longhorns will start from about the 27-yard line here on their first drive.
You got to wonder, Kyle and Stuart, if the Longhorns take a page out of the Bulldogs playbook with a slow, grinded-out type of game, especially with your starting quarterback, which is going to be number 11 tonight, Asen Hansen, sophomore. They come out in a spread formation. They do try to throw it to Braden Scott in a wide receiver screen. Might be backwards. White hat, Mr. Bryson McSwain. Good official, Stuart. You know that guy. I've had him in basketball too. And pretty good officiating crew tonight here for the Warriors and the Longhorns.
TJ, Longhorns trying to go to Braden Scott right there first, right off the get-go, right out the gate. Man, he had a big week last week. 3 receptions for 120 yards, 2 TDs last week. Kind of one of their go-to guys. We saw it last year. Went to him several times, was able to kind of stay in that ball game early.
Hansen looking to pass again. This time gets number 1, Mason Wire, out to the 30. Only about a 3-yard gain will make it 3rd down and 7. This will be the first big play for this Warrior defense. Again, we're looking for this defensive line to get to the quarterback. You have Kane Lampkin, who's had a great start to his junior campaign. And, of course, Nathan Spalding, who's been a stalwart at that defensive end position. And there's Nathan Spalding himself with the sack. Big loss for the Longhorns. We'll bring up 4th down.
Stewart, first sack of the year, bud. We just talked about that earlier. Had 0 pressure in the backfield all year, and Warriors start out first drive right there with the first sack of the game.
Well, they chose not to double team.
Not a good decision.
And that's probably the first time he hasn't been double teamed.
Back to punt for the Longhorns is number 17, Creighton Jones. Dawson Thomas and Max Wilson back to receive. Dawson Thomas with a kickoff return touchdown to his name for the season as he takes the punt, cuts it back to the middle of the field, breaks a tackle, now trying to get to the outside, nearly stays on his feet, brought down inside Longhorn territory at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Warrior offense will have their first possession.
If you can do your replay, you'll probably see Spalding push him right in the back, right into the tackle.
Now we got the Purcell Vision Source instant replay queued up. We're sure to have a lot of those tonight as the Warriors start in plus territory. Major Cantrell, the senior quarterback, the 3-year starter, set in the pistol formation as he sends both tight ends, Cooper Alexander, Nate Roberts to the right, as Hudson Howard is able to follow his blockers and get past the 30-yard line down to the 27. Bring up second down and short.
Hudson Howard, good run right there to start the game, about a 7-yard gain. Sneaky guy, TJ, just kind of hangs out behind the lineman, waits for his blocks to develop, and then just hits that hole with authority.
You gotta love having your two big linemen pulling out in front of you.
Yeah, Hudson Howard, over 100 yards last week as he takes the carry again. Bounces through the holes, but got another one. Good blocking on the outside. Touchdown, Warriors! 28-yard touchdown scamper by junior tailback Hudson Howard.
Hudson Howard, 28-yard gain right there. Second play of the game, just hits the hole. Big cut right there, and just wide open space in the end zone. Hudson Howard on the board, put the Warriors
TJ,
6-0.
you talked about it before the game, is that one thing about Jones, they haven't stopped us.
Right, the offense for the Warriors have been 7 rushing touchdowns in the semifinal game as Mason Thomas comes on for the extra point attempt. And it's up and it's good, but we'll keep it right here. You're right, Stuart. 7 rushing touchdowns. Cole Scott and Major Cantrell accounted for all the scoring in last year's 49 to 14 victory over the Longhorns, and it was just nonstop. The game was kind of close at the beginning. 14-7, Jones led in the first quarter, but the Warriors jumped up 28-14 at halftime and never looked back as they clinched their spot in the championship game against these Longhorns. And they start early here as that drive, very quick, 3 plays, all handoffs to Hudson Howard, the junior tailback. As you see here, 21 carries on the year, 312 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's averaging almost 10 yards a carry for his career, about 15 for the season. And he adds to his touchdown total with that 28-yard gain. Set to kick off is Tanner Olson. Back to receives number 24, Isaiah Sawyer, and number 21, Chase Pitts. Braden Scott lined up in that spot where the ball might go. Tanner does a good job of avoiding him, and Mason Weir catches a squib kick. The ball lands at the 36 again.
TJ, that was a quick strike by Washington, and Jones went 3 and out there. First drive, they're going to have to get something going here. Warriors up early, 6-0. They're going to have to get something going to kind of stay in this ball game.
Again, I don't. They're not looking to change what they do. I'm sure Creasy's a senior, so as soon as Hansen takes over, he's going to have to run the offense the same way, and they like to spread it around as they come out with the tight end this time, tight end number 88. Riley Leifson, 6'5", 200 pounds. He comes in motion. Hansen throws it to Scott, and there's Max Wilson to stop him, and then 22 for the Warriors. I believe that's Case Alexander, the freshman defensive end, or he's playing linebacker spot today.
Yeah, and good job. Warrior D just closing in there, trying to get their ball to the playmaker out here in the flats, and Warrior defense just swallowing that one up.
1-yard gain brings up second down and 9 for the Longhorns. 8:40 to go in the first quarter. Hansen finally hands it off to his tailback, and he is tackled in the middle of the field. Number 24 for the Longhorns, Isaiah Sawyer, going to be brought down by number 6, Cage Morris, senior, getting some run at some linebacker. Also plays that other wide receiver spot for the Warriors. Getting a big senior class for these Warriors, 16 seniors, looking to go back-to-back this year. On the third down play, Hansen takes snap, hits it over the middle, got a man up the seam on the post route, and he is finally brought down by Case Taylor and Cole Beller. On the reception there was number 1, Mason Weir. It's a good pitch and catch. And you guys talked about it in the pregame. Hanson kid can throw it a little bit too.
Yeah, Stewart talked about it earlier, him being a gunslinger, was just able to hit Weir right there over the middle. Just kind of got him into that second level right there up the seam, and was able to hit him with kind of a quick pass and big pickup there for Jones Longhorns there on this second drive.
Jones finally in Warrior territory as Hanson takes a snap again, looking to throw it deep, looking for Braden Scott. In coverage is Max Wilson, and knocked away by Wilson. What a play by the senior defensive back.
Yeah, Wilson did a good job, man. Give credit to Hanson, just kind of slipping that ball in there, trying to go to his go-to guy, Scott. Scott right there almost had it, was able to slip it in there, but somehow Max Wilson was able to slip over the top and break that thing up.
This is, I think I saw this is Wilson's first year to play defensive back, and we saw that acrobatic interception he made last week over the shoulder catch. He showed his skills there at the DB position, covering Scott as well. Weir gets the reception on the outside on the receiver screen. 3-yard gain will bring up 3rd down and 7.
TJ, going back to Wilson there, man, he's going to have to step up. You're talking about one of the top receivers in this class this year. Going to have to lock him down. These corners have done a good job the last couple of years. I mean, Millwood last year was
Tanner Olson
probably one of the biggest games that these corners have
Hey,
ever
guys,
played.
we got Nate and Cooper in at defensive ends now.
Okay, let's see what we got here. You got the speed package
Same side, too.
as the handoff goes off up to number 24. That is Isaiah Sawyer, and he breaks some tackles for a good run there on the 3rd down play. Little trickeration there.
Yeah, Warriors trying to bring some pressure, was able to get to that second level, and Washington's got to do a better job at wrapping up. Was able to get to that second, third level and just pick up a big gain right there, keep the Longhorns rolling on this drive.
That was good patience there by Isaiah Sawyer as he was able to avoid tacklers in the hole, bring up 1st down for the Longhorns with 6:42 to go in the 1st quarter. Hanson sends Wire in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off again to Sawyer. Sawyer breaks another tackle and is taken down eventually by Keller Howard. Keller Howard, the leading tackler for the Warriors last week against the Sulphur Bulldogs. The Warrior defense flexed its muscle against a very physical Bulldog team.
Stewart, I will say, forgot your cowboy hat tonight, bud. Student section's got country and western night tonight. You don't have yours on down there.
Not tonight.
We got cat in the hat there for some reason too. I don't know where that comes in handy. As Hanson takes the 2nd down snap, fakes the handoff, throws it out to Wire on the sideline, and he is knocked down by Cole Beller. Cole Beller, the senior.
Good job, Cole Beller right there coming up. Sneaky fast guy, man, not afraid to hit nobody, and just had that red all day. Came up, made a tackle probably right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard loss there.
Yeah, Beller with 7 tackles last week against the Bulldogs. Brings up 3rd down.
I have a little movement on 88.
Yeah, you got Lampkin moving, but you also had the tight end, number 88, Elifson moving. We'll see.
Yeah, 88 came up.
We'll see what Bryson McSwain chooses. And they're going to get encroachment on Lampkin. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that's enough yardage to give the Longhorns a 1st down.
It'll be 1st down and goal here. Chain gang, get to take a little break right here.
Yeah, drop the sticks. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Longhorns again with a single tight end on the left side. They send Wire in motion, looking to hand it off, and they do to Sawyer, and he is smashed at the line of scrimmage.
Lay it on him, big dog.
By the aforementioned Cole Beller. Good read there by the senior safety of the Warriors as he makes a good tackle. Sits the young man down. Looks like he was able to gain some yards on that play, make it 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. 4:43 to go in the 1st quarter. Handoff goes again to Sawyer as he's picking away from room to run, trying to keep his legs forward. And they called it down early. He's going to be close to the end zone, about 1 yard short, it appears. And now the Jones Longhorns are moving fast, trying to get to the line of scrimmage quick on a 3rd down and goal play as the quarterback goes under center. We'll see if he's able to push forward. Do not have a signal.
He's short.
About a yard, maybe. I think 4th down and 1 here, boys. Gonna be a decision for the Jones Longhorns. Don't know if they have a kicker that's Premier League worthy, but we'll find out right here. Probably gonna go for it.
Yeah, you're 1 yard in against the #1 ranked team in the state.
If you turn it over, the worst thing you've done is make Washington go 99.
Right, which we saw Major Cantrell do that about a year ago on this team, and so we'll see what the Longhorns can do. You got to think it's going to go to Sawyer here, and that's what they do, and they're trying to get out. Man, stop by Cage Morris as he's able to make the play.
Going to have to go 96.
Cage Morris and the Warrior D. Big goal line stand right there. Longhorns go for it on 4th down and stuffed.
Big momentum shift there for the Warriors as they're able to keep the Longhorns out of the end zone. Now it'll be 1st down and 10 from their own 3-yard line.
Take a shot right here, Stu Mack.
I think we'll probably be patient.
All runs on the last possession as the Warriors were able to go the distance and get a touchdown by Hudson Howard. They come out in a spread formation. Bobble the hand snap. Good job by Cantrell to pick it up. Breaks a couple tackles. Now he's looking to run. Good job. Another fumble. Let's see if the ball is recovered. We'll see.
They got it.
And they got it. Good play there by, I believe it was number 6 for the Longhorns, Ahmad Kirby, as he was trying to rake the ball out of Cantrell's arms. You see it on the Purcell Vision instant resource play of the game right there, and it was Mr. Ahmad Kirby. Good play there by number 6 of the Longhorns.
Yeah,
Guys, you know, we haven't had any issues with our snaps in the first 2 games. That's the first sort of not great snap. And anytime the quarterback's up trying to read something, and then you're expecting that snap to come straight at you, and it's going down to your feet. Now you're taking your eye. You don't have your eyes at that spot, so it's going to be a Jones timeout. But no, we got to take care of the football. We know you got to know. Last week, Cooper does the same thing. When you get somebody coming from behind, that's what they're going to do is try to rip it.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. You're watching Warrior Football on the Scoodle app and WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10.
Welcome back to Reed Field. The Warriors lead 7-0. TJ Schultz here with Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson. Longhorns. Good field position after the Warriors turnover as Hansen gets his troops to the line. Fakes the handoff to Sawyer, looking to go deep. Being pressured by Spalding, and Spalding gets his 2nd sack of the evening. A huge loss for the Longhorns. We'll bring up a big 2nd down play.
Big Daddy Spalding talked about no sacks on the year, TJ coming in. That's number 2 on the night. What a time to have a big sack.
We talk about Mr. Spalding here. He has been a stalwart in that defense for a long time. He was able to have a good week last week, 7 tackles and a tackle for a loss, and he's going to be adding that sack total as the season progresses. 2nd and long for the Longhorns. Hansen, empty backfield, throws it to as a little slot screen to number 21. That's Chase Pitts. Good defense there by the Warriors as he wasn't able to get much yardage. Hudson Howard, the speedy tailback, there for the tackle, and it'll be a third down and long, Kyle.
Yeah, sure Coach K is gonna dial up a little pressure here. Got third down and long. TJ, you just talked about it, man. What a great spot to dial up a little pressure. Try to get somebody in the backfield, bring them down here, and maybe force a punt right here for the Longhorns.
Well, they brought their speed package in on defense with just high-level athletes there. Spalding at nose guard now, and Alexander and Roberts trying to get to the quarterback. And there's Spalding. Roberts nearly gets Hanson, and then Hanson jukes out Berglund as he falls down to the 20-yard line. Nice move by the quarterback. My goodness, how close were the Warriors on getting that sack?
They had 2 or 3 shots there, man. Give it up to Hanson, scrambling for his life, was able to pick up a good 9 or 10 yards there, bring up 4th and 8 here for the Longhorns. Definitely 4-down territory here, especially after getting that turnover.
Yeah, you're right, and that run actually keeps them from actually having to punt. They got a good chance of getting this 4th down play as they only have 7 yards to go. Hanson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, and it is caught by Wire. We'll see where they mark it. It is past the first down marker. And that's going to give the Longhorns a first down on that pass and catch.
Yeah, what a great pass and catch here. Was able to go up and high point that ball and bring it down. Big pickup right there for Longhorns on 4th down. Bring up a 1st and 10 here, knocking on the door.
A minute left to go in the first quarter. Warriors up 7-0, but the Longhorns got the ball in Warrior territory at the 11-yard line. Handoff goes to Sawyer, and Nathan Spalding gets him in the backfield. Good job by the senior defensive end. So we take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay of that.
What a mammoth of a man, just in the backfield swallowing him up. Stewart, I think he heard us talking about him with no sacks, nobody been in the backfield all year.
Well, again, they're not double teaming him.
Yeah, he's been. Of course, last week he went against a really good lineman, the Gilliam kid from Sulphur. He was pretty solid. But yeah, he's making his presence felt early tonight. Mr. Spalding is as Hanson takes the snap, runs the zone read, and Keller Howard, the leading tackler from last week, and Case Alexander, there for the tackle.
Just seeing that up, little zone read here, quarterback keeper, and just Washington D just swallowing that one up. Howard all over that one. But TJ, you talked about Sulphur last week. I feel like that's probably one of the most physical teams we've played in probably the last 2 years. Man, they were big up front. The big boys up front really got a dose of some physicalness, and it was a pretty good ball game in the trenches.
Yeah. First quarter's over. Warriors lead 7-0. Watching the game of the week, WashingtonWarrior.tv.
Game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Welcome back to Reed Field. This is the Squirtle Game of the Week, where the number 1 ranked and defending state champions Washington Warriors lead the Jones Longhorns 7-0. But Kyle, Longhorns got a third down and 11 here from the 11. Looking to capitalize on a turnover as Hanson fakes the handoff and throws it out to his big tight end. But Cole Beller there tackle. That's a great tackle by Cole Beller. Cole Beller coming in at about 5'7", 160. Tackles the 6'5", 200-pound tight end.
Yeah, Cole Beller doing his homework this week. Had a couple of them plays that were passes behind the line of scrimmage and just coming in, swallowing them up there. bring up a big 4th down and 8 here for the Longhorns.
Looks like the Longhorn can still get a first down if they can get to the 1. This is 4th down. Hansen takes the snap, looking left, throws left to Scott, and it is incomplete. Good coverage by the Warrior defense as they will get a turnover on downs and take over at the 10-yard line of Washington.
Ball kind of up for grabs there. Had 21 coming over the top. Kind of threw into triple coverage there. Dawson Thomas just sitting about, has some hands on that ball, but credit Washington. Big stop there at 4th and 8. Longhorns going for it and turn the ball over to Washington's hands again.
We got to think then if they're not going to kick that field goal there because it's 4th and 11 or 4th down, and they got to get to the 1-yard line. They still have quite a bit of yardage to get. That's an extra point attempt, and they don't kick the field goal there. You got to think.
Back to what I said.
I wonder if they got a kicker.
I don't think they have a Premier League kicker on the sidelines.
First down and 10 for the Warriors coming off of a turnover. We'll see what the Warrior offense can get going here as there is a penalty, and that's going to be a delayed game. And not a good start here these last 2 possessions for the Warrior offense.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Miller's not going to be happy. You definitely don't like delay a game coming out after a possession turnover there. Got plenty of time, get your play call in. And taking a 5-yard penalty because you ran low on the clock is not the ideal situation.
How about those score clocks? I believe that's First United Bank there. About got a new bank over there in Goldsby. Providing those for us is the fake the handoff to Cade Norman. High pass to Cooper Alexander is incomplete. Pressure brought by number 5, Cruz Cranford of the Longhorns as Cantrell had to get rid of that one a little quicker than I think he wanted to.
Yeah, Cranford was coming with the heat right there. Major kind of had to almost like a Tim Tebow-esque jump pass and had to get it up to, to his receiver there. Just kind of overthrew it a little bit. Warriors reset here on 2nd down.
2nd down and 15 from the 5. Cantrell hands it off to Cade Norman, and Cade Norman finds a hole and squirts past the 15 before being tripped up by number 12, Luke DeBoosk.
A little change up in running back position there. Cade Norman coming in. Big pickup right there, hitting the hole with authority and bring up 3rd down and 3, maybe 4 here. Manageable for the Warriors. We'll see what they go with on 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like Cade Norman who's played in a lot of football games. Scored a lot of touchdowns last year from that wildcat position as Cantrell gets the snap, hands it off to Norman, bounces around, finds another hole, goes through a tackler and is able to pick up the first down. Nice, tough running by the senior tailback as he's able to move the sticks for the Warriors.
Yeah, just patient, man. Longhorns had several guys in the backfield. Had a chance to bring him down. Just kind of wait for that hole to develop and was able to hit it hard and pick up a big first down.
10:28 to go in the half. Warriors have first down on the 22-yard line. A lot of ground game for the Warriors as Cantrell is yet to complete a pass. Only attempted 1.
Only missed 1 last week.
Had a great week last week, 9 for 10. 3 touchdown passes. Senior call maker doing good as Singletary goes in motion. Comes back, throws it to Singletary. Singletary gets some space, makes a man miss. Now looking for some more room, makes him miss again, and is finally brought down out of bounds by a host of Longhorns. Shifty running by the junior receiver as he makes Mason Weir miss him twice. We take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay.
Yeah, one of them guys just get out in the flats, got a little shake and bake to him, was able to free up a couple extra yards there. What a better guy to grab him on the sidelines, Coach Crawford.
Yeah.
Got just a mammoth of a man there. Grab him by the shoulder pads and stand you up.
First down and 10 for the Warriors. They're moving the ball near Longhorn territory. They send the tight ends in motion. Cantrell takes the snap. Handoff goes to Hudson Howard, and he is stood up by the linebacker, DeBusk.
Always remember, if 2 of them go in motion, they both have to come set before the snap.
Good job by the Warriors being disciplined in their assignments. The 1-yard gain for Howard. 2nd down and 9. Washington from the 38-yard line. Football is in full swing now as we are in week 2 of high school football. third game for a lot of teams. We have college football going. NFL started last night. Cage Morris goes in motion. Cantrell keeps it on the zone read, looking for somebody to throw it to. Nobody got it. He's able to make something out of nothing for being brought down by number 36, Nick Norris.
Yeah, Morris was supposed to come in motion and then twirl back and be the pitch man.
And Cantrell able to make some chicken salad out of chicken something. Third down and 3 for the Warriors. Sun is set here in Washington, Oklahoma. The lights shine on the green grass. Probably better be the last triple-digit night of the year.
Stewart's sweating bullets down there, man.
It's warm.
Jones showing pressure on the edge. Cantrell hands it off to Howard. Howard looking to run left. Got a hole. Gets through the middle. Now the 40. Got one guy to beat. Following his blockers. And he's up. He's still up.
He
stepped out of bounds as Wire is able to push him out of bounds. What a run by Hudson Howard as you see him try to stay in bounds here. And
he's barely stepped out.
His size 9 shoes. Hit that out of bounds line. A big gain by the running back. And you knew it was going to be time eventually. Howard been stuffed a couple of times, but you can't hold that young man for too long.
No,
before he gets going.
He's one of them guys, so patient, man. Just waits for it to develop, TJ. And once he does get that development, he hits that hole, man. He goes 0 to 100. Quoting Drake here, 0 to 100 real quick.
Fake handoff. Cantrell looking to the left. That's Cooper Alexander, and he makes the grab. Nice pitch and catch from Cantrell to Alexander. They got the defense sucked up and it's single coverage there on the Iowa State commit. Bring up second down and 3 after that 7-yard gain. For Alexander. Having a really good season here for the Warriors. Good to see him healthy. Missed some games last year because of injury as the Warriors have second and 3. Handoff goes to Howard up the middle. And he's tackled by number 12, Luke DeBusk. Back to Cooper Alexander. Only 4 receptions on the season, but 113 yards. That's a healthy average. And he has 5 touchdowns for his career as a Warrior. But again, Iowa State commit. You got to think that he's going to have himself a good college career, maybe a chance to play in his pro. Good bloodline for Mr. Alexander as well as Howard. Gets the snap, breaks it to the left, and it's a touchdown. Warriors, 5-yard touchdown run by junior Hudson Howard.
Hudson Howard getting in, man. TJ, got to credit this one, the big dogs up front, man. You could have drove a Mack truck through that hole and just
watch this
patiently waiting, makes a cut, and free in the end zone. Put the Warriors on the board for another 6.
Mason Thomas coming on for the extra point attempt. We have Tatum Wilk. Corral snap. I believe Nate Roberts might be the snapper. High kick is up and good with 7:33 to go in the first half. The Warriors lead 14-0. You're watching the game of the week on WashingtonWarriors.tv and the Score app.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0.
Welcome back to Reed Field. Warriors lead 14-0. Tanner Olson with the squib kick as the tight end takes it down to the 31. The deepest kick for Tanner Olson of the evening. He's able to push the ball to the 31-yard line. Warriors up 14-0 with 7:31 to go in the first half, and Warrior defense has done a good job, Kyle, of bending but not breaking. Of course, the offense had a turnover, only 3 possessions so far, scored on 2 of them, both of them Hudson Howard touchdown runs.
Yeah, Jones kind of mixed it up a little bit. They went some short pass plays. Really haven't tried to hit us deep yet. They've gone with a little bit of running, TJ, but man, they're gonna have to get 8 involved somewhere deep if they're gonna want to get back in this game.
Speaking of number 8, Braden Scott catches the pass from Hanson, makes some guys miss. Not a lot of yards gains on that play. Good job by the Warrior defense to swarm and make that tackle. And we saw that Stewart last week, where guys really weren't doing a good job breaking down and tackling. They did a good job there and getting that tackle on Braden Scott. Second down and 10 for the Longhorns. No gain on the play there by Mr. Scott. Hanson takes a snap, hands it off to Sawyer. And again, not much room to run as number 28, Jake Coles, is there. Nice job of Braden Scott to come back and catch that pass, Kyle. That's a really good play there by the receiver for the Longhorns.
Yeah, Scott just run a little out route right there, sitting down at the sticks, and did a good job of looking that one in. That's why he's one of the top receivers in this class, TJ. He was able to look that one in. Big pickup right there for the Longhorns.
Guys, now they started double teaming Spalding, yes.
It's a good idea. They're only bringing 3 down linemen, the Warriors are. Fake the handoff to Sawyer. Here's Spalding. They didn't double team him that time. And nice touch pass there by Hanson as he's able to find Wire. Kyle, his sophomore quarterback, he's not too bad. That's a great pass there. Good touch there by the quarterback.
Good pass, good catch right there. Scramble for his life. Spalding should have had him in the backfield, was able to slip out and just kind of lob it over into triple coverage there, thread the needle. And big pickup here to keep this Longhorn offense rolling.
Longhorns had 3 possessions, and each one of them have gotten into Warrior territory. They just have not been able to punch it in. 5:54 to go in the half. Hanson takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to Scott. Scott jumps and catches the pass, and Max Wilson spins him out of bounds. Good job there by Wilson to keep the gain minimal.
Yeah, good job, Wilson, right there. That's a tough route to guard out there, one-on-one, TJ. You got to kind of keep your distance. Wilson did a good job of just kind of setting down on that and coming back to it. Bring up 2nd 5 here for the Longhorns. TJ, it's going to suck tonight. Got to give a shout-out. Bob Harris left us hanging this week. He's up in Pennsylvania, his sisters. And
he's watching.
He's watching tonight. I just got a text from him, and give a shout-out to him. But we're definitely not going to have our stats.
No live stats tonight. We might make some up as the pass goes to Wire in the flats. And good job there by Cole Beller, Case Alexander, and Tanner Olson as they blow up that play. No gain. Bring up 3rd down and 5.
Be another big 3rd down here for the Longhorns, TJ. Probably definitely going to be 4 down territory once again, being down 14-0 here in the first half. 3rd down and manageable here. We'll see what they come up with.
You can see they're trying to take their time a little bit.
This has been a fast half, guys.
Yeah,
it has. You got to like that.
Powerful Washington Warrior offense off the field. They run the play clock down to below 10 seconds. This time they're throwing it out to Scott on the receiver screen. He stiff arms a man and is pushed out of bounds.
Be close. Be about 2 yards short,
See who that was, as looks like Dawson Thomas pushed him out of bounds. Safety.
You see him right there bringing that running back in motion, trying to get that extra blocker out there for that pass in the flats, but Jones is able to convert there on 3rd down. Having to go for it, 4th and 2 right here. We'll see what the Warriors, if they can stand once again.
Crowd for the Warriors starts to get loud.
Timeout.
Longhorns try to make them jump off sides. They take a timeout. You're watching the game of the week. WashingtonWarriors.tv and the Scoodle app.
233, and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are a leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs throughout Oklahoma and Texas. Their support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go, Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field. Big fourth down play here for the Warrior defense as you are watching the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Stuart, what do you think here? A little pass, a little run. They've gone run a couple times on short fourth down conversions.
They're going to throw the football, guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at slant for Mr. Scott right here on the bottom of the screen. They're looking left, though, and it's batted down. Nice play by the Warrior defensive line. I didn't see who that was.
I think it was 23, Spalding.
We'll take a Purcell Vision Source replay on there.
Looks like Spalding coming off that edge.
Oh, it looked like it might even hit his own offensive lineman. Might have hit 56. Jack Mendoza.
It never got very high.
No. 4:17 left until halftime. The Warriors looking to add to their lead as they're up 14-0. Warrior offense trots on the field. Cade Norman in at tailback. That they're playing Dawson Thomas at that safety spot, Kyle, to give the Warriors some legs at running back with Cade Norman as Cade gets the snap fake to him, and the pass goes over the middle to Nate Roberts, the big tight end, with almost 10 yards on the gain.
Yeah, Nate Roberts, just a little slant route right there over the middle, getting involved tonight. First time, first pitch and catch to Roberts. Big pickup right there, bring up second in about 1.5, maybe 2 here for the Warriors.
3:53 and ticking as the Warriors come out in spread formation. They send man in motion, fake the handoff, looking, tough pass. That looked like he got hit as he threw. Cantrell did, and he was unable to make that completion. Take another look at that as the Longhorns brought a little bit of pressure.
Number 2, Mason Templeton, just slipping in the backfield. Major had to get rid of that one in a hurry. Took a shot right there. Give sportsmanship. Help Templeton up after he got hit. I don't know if I'd be that generous if I was back there at the QB position, but give it up to Major.
3rd and 1, handoff goes to Hudson Howard. Makes a man miss in the hole and is finally brought down by number 2, Mason Templeton. But he's able to pick up the first down. Get the ball at the 40-yard line. Bring up first down and 10 with 3:33 to go in the half. Busy halftime here, Kyle, as we'll have some cheerleaders on. They have regionals coming up. We'll interview them.
And then cheer time again.
Yep. You know that as a cheer dad, former cheer dad. Yeah. And then we'll have our band perform. And of course, Jesse and Dakota have a halftime show as Cantrell's unable to connect with Hudson Howard. Braden Scott in coverage. We also started a newscast today. First newscast. Paisley Taylor and Laney Dickerson producing a newscast for the Washington Warriors. And so if we can get some time, we'll try to air that as well. And then we'll make up the stats since Bob's not here.
Howard there going back to Major, telling him, man, you hand the ball off to me every time, big dog. You know I'm in the 5-foot range. You're gonna have to bring that one down just about 2 foot for me. Just get my paws on it.
2nd down and 10. Cantrell takes a snap, looking to throw, and that ball gets batted at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the bus with the.
You know, guys, I think probably what we're going to have to, and I know Coach Beller, we'll start seeing some RPO. We're going to have to get Major out of the pocket.
Yeah, they had four guys in Cantrell's face, and they're kind of, they got guys loaded up in the box. They're running single coverage on the receivers. It's 3rd down and 10, and Warriors going to have to win their battle at the line of scrimmage, give Cantrell some time. If they do, they're going to have a big play. Looks like Coach Beller's going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. We're watching the game of the week. Washington's up 14-0. You're watching Warriors football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit.
3rd down and 10 for the Warriors. If you're watching the game of the week between Washington and Jones, 3:05 left to go in the first half as Cantrell looking to pick up this first down. Hands it off, and the Longhorns snuffed that play out, Kyle. They were not fooled by the handoff on the 3rd down play.
Yeah, Major, one of them little reads right there. Major hand that ball off, and Jones wasn't fooled on that one. TJ was able to swallow that one up in the backfield. Really first punt of the game here for Washington, and Jones, little momentum here, 14-0 with 2:48. Gonna see if they can score here. Maybe cut this thing in half before half.
Yeah, and that's the first punt they're gonna have in 3 weeks nearly. They punted it maybe once or twice in the first game of the season during 0 week. Tatum Wilk, the punter for the Warriors. Longhorns, again, great job by their defense to get the stop here. And you can tell they're used to playing some tough competition, Kyle. We were talking about it earlier. You have Bethany in week 1, which they were able to beat, and then Lincoln Christian. They got beat up pretty good by Lincoln Christian, but there's a lot of teams in the state might get beat up by that private school out of Tulsa.
And upper class too, TJ.
Exactly. Both teams, they played both teams upper class, and so
Jones has had a good non-district schedule the last 2 years, kind of set them up, for the playoffs. Like we said, lost to Washington twice last year, got beat pretty good in the playoffs, ended their season. But man, give credit to them. Good non-conference schedule, non-district schedule. Jones has not fell short of that the last couple of years.
Nice punt there by Tatum Wilk as the ball rolls down to about the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 46-yard punt for that young man, the Wilk family. Name that is familiar here in the parts of Washington. Brother Emmett led the team to the state championship game before getting beat, and then Wyatt, senior tailback for the Warriors. So the Wilk brothers got their name etched in this history, deep history for the Warriors, as the Longhorns will take over at the 15-yard line. 2:48 to go in the first half. Longhorns been able to drive the ball, just not able to get into the end zone. Hansen takes the snap. Looking left, now acting like he's going to run, throws it up to 2 receivers. This time 21 with the catch. That's Chase Pitts. He just threw that ball up there, Kyle.
Yeah, I had one wire and the other receiver there, 21, Pitts was able to go up and high point that ball. Kind of threw it up to both of them. Not sure who it was going to, but big pickup right there for the Longhorns. And they're going to have to get the ball in the air here to score before half.
It looked a lot like that Mason Singletary catch last week where 3 people were in the area and Singletary ended up coming down with it. First down and 10. Hansen takes the snap, hands it off to Sawyer. He's met at the line of scrimmage by, looks like, number 11, Case Taylor, and number 14, Keller Howard.
Stewart, one thing that's going to come in on key on this drive, man, Jones, you see up there on the scoreboard, they have 0 timeouts left.
Right, yeah, and they don't have the firepower to, I don't think, to throw that deep ball. They're just going to have to try to break something, and that's what they were trying to do with that run there.
2nd down and 9. Hansen takes snap, looking to throw it deep, just decides to throw it to the flats, and it is over the head of intended receiver Jacoby Wolf. Case Alexander in coverage, as well as Tanner Olson in the area. And bring up 3rd down. Again, busy halftime as we have the cheerleaders. We have some of the senior cheerleaders coming to get interviewed.
Got your golf scramble coming up.
Got a golf scramble on September 16th. Still looking for some hole sponsors. If you got a business and you want to sponsor our golf programs, boys and girls, looking to raise some money for new golf bags and golf gear. Kyle, I didn't realize how cold it is in the spring when you go golfing. It is.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
We played at Choctaw last year with the girls. As Hanson takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, now looking to run, being chased by Berglund. He shows off some wheels and picks up the first down.
Guys, if you noticed, there's not been a penalty tonight. Well, one for delay game.
Yeah,
That's it.
delay game. Yeah,
pretty clean
and the
game.
false start. But yeah, pretty much, not a lot of holding. And so I think that's what you get when you have two really good teams going after each other.
Give it up. First game for Hanson, sophomore, stepping up in the pocket right there, TJ. But the awareness to scramble and get out of bounds, stop the clock, was big time right there for Hanson.
Yeah, showing great poise as a sophomore. Showing again, the Jones Longhorns have another quarterback coming up in the future. Hanson rolls out to the right, head downfield, looking to throw to Wire, and it is overthrown as the ball lands at the 35-yard line. Tanner Olson and Case Alexander again in coverage. Make it 2nd down and 10 with 1:42 left to go in the half.
Fans wanted a holding there on Spalding. I think everybody up here in the booth did too. Ref Whitehouse went and grabbed for his flag and then kind of put his hands up, waved it off. But Warriors get a little bit of pressure in the backfield. They're going to have to right here. Still 2nd down and 10 for the Longhorns, trying to get in the end zone, make this game halved up.
Sawyer goes in motion, looking for the wide receiver screen over the middle, the tunnel screen. This time 21, Pitts with the reception. And he is rolled up by 3 Warriors. Looks like Jake Coles, Wyatt Denton. Speaking of golf, good golfer there. Big guy. He's got a nice touch around the green. And number 28, Jake Coles.
Good play right there for the Longhorns. Designed screenplay, TJ. You called it out as soon as it happened, but man, one of them design screenplays. Washington was bringing the house right there, just kind of slipped it to him, tried to break something big, was able to pick up 5 yards, bring up 3rd and 5, manageable right here for the Longhorns.
Hanson looking to pass again. Still looking, throws it on a comeback route. And it looks like he's got the first down and out of bounds right at the markers. That's a tough route to guard. He's got a lot of time. Of course, the Warriors are playing coverage there. Nice job by the receiver to come back and receive that pass and give them a first down with 55 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, and one of them plays too. So right at the sticks, was able to thread the needle in there and get the first down. Was able to stop the clock as well, TJ. So Longhorns will reset here, first down. Still got plenty of time.
Hanson looking over the middle, hits his big tight end for the first down. Inside the 45 down to the 41.
First down.
Again, nice pitch and catch as the Longhorns are moving fast. Warriors trying to substitute. Hanson gets the snap, now rolling left, looking left, and just chucks it out of bounds as he's outside the pocket. 29 seconds to go in the half. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Longhorns.
Yeah, pretty good call for Hanson right there. Was able to get out of the pocket. He thought about running out of bounds, but saved a couple seconds right there. Just throw it out of bounds. Reset here on 2nd down.
Guys, that's a new rule this year that there doesn't have to be, as long as the quarterback's out of the pocket, they don't have to have a receiver in the area. New rule.
Warriors doing some substituting, bringing in some fresh guys as they have, it looks like Mason Thomas now at the linebacker position. Hanson looking left, still looking left, rolling left. Now he's throwing it up the middle and nearly picked off. Did he make the reception? No. They say Braden Scott trapped that ball as it hit the ground. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 10 with 19 seconds to go in the half.
Pretty good pass play right there. Trying to go to his go-to guy. Wasn't able to thread it to him. Like you said, refs called it hitting the turf and down, but tried to thread the needle right there.
Big play here for the Warrior defense is Hanson looking to step up in the pocket, being chased from behind, and then it's caught again. Jacoby Wolf with the catch on the comeback route. Those comeback routes are hurting the Warriors right now as there's 12 seconds to go in the half. Longhorns might have to spike this ball. We'll see what they do here. The clock is now running, and Hansen spikes it down with 7 seconds to go. We have second down. They probably have about 1 or 2 more plays left, Kyle. Got to think both these plays go to the end zone.
Yeah, we talked about it. Those timeouts being burnt were going to come in key right here, and you saw it right there. Jones was able to pick up a first down. Only had 12 seconds, had to spike it, and now they've got 1, maybe 2 plays left here to try to get on the board.
Second down and 10 with 7 seconds left to go in the half. Warriors up 14-0 in the Squirtle game of the week as Hansen takes the snap. Again, steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle to Braden Scott, and it is intercepted by the Warriors.
Max Wilson, number 2 on the season.
Wilson, again, first-year defensive back for the Warriors, comes up with the pick. And that's going to end the first half as we take another look at this. Thrown into double coverage, and Wilson does a great job of making a play on that, Kyle.
Yeah, Wilson coming up with number 2 on the season, TJ. What a great way to end the half. Just kind of threw that ball up for grabs and was able to pick it off. Take the Warriors in with a 14-0 lead here going into half. Got to like what you saw out of the D there in the first half.
Again, bend, don't break. I'm sure Coach Stewart will talk to Brad about that on the defensive side of the ball. They'll shut out this powerful Jones Longhorn offense. When we come back, we'll have some cheerleaders. They got regionals coming up pretty soon in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see what these senior cheerleaders have to say about this year's cheer squad. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle app and WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Union designed for our community by our community members. Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values, like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington.
Welcome back to Reed Field. It's halftime here. Washington up 14-0, and I have some special ladies here, some of the seniors on the Washington cheer squad. And ladies, we got regionals coming up, and you guys I know have been putting in a lot of work. I used to coach some basketball, and you guys took my gym over a lot, but I didn't care because you guys were winning state championships, and I wasn't getting close. So we got Haven Brewer here, and Haven, talk to us about what the last year's been like. You guys are seniors now. Fell a little bit short last year in the state competition, but I think we're ready to come back. So kind of tell the fans what we got coming up.
Yes, so last year we ended up getting 4th. We had a fall at state, but this year we're back. We're better than ever. We lost a lot of seniors, but we've been working really hard at practice so that we're ready for our routine this year, and we're going to hit it so that we can win the state championship, hopefully, and get our run in 4A going.
That's right. We moved up a class, and with that comes the private schools. But you hear a faint boo in the background. But Lexi, tell the fans about what your practice schedule looks like. You have you know, you guys practice a lot. People think that you just come out there and show up, but you guys put a lot of work into it, including works on Sundays and stuff. Winning one this year, compared like moving up in the class. What's the difference between maybe this year's team and last year's team? Maybe some better chemistry or better work. What do you think the difference might be this year?
Yes, Coach. This team this year, I feel like we've grown as a family more together. We faced adversity last year, but we're ready to come back and get that state championship. And our work ethic is high this year, and we're ready to come back to get that 4A state championship.
We'll turn to Hallie here. Hallie, you've had a busy couple days going from Silo, playing softball, and having to come here and cheer tonight. And then got to go back to Silo tonight, I'm guessing, right? And so kind of give the fans an idea of what it's like being a multi-sport athlete here for the Warriors.
It's pretty difficult, honestly. It interferes a lot, but I love doing it. Softball, we're in Silo right now. We're doing pretty good. We're going to be playing for third place tomorrow, but we had some good wins, some losses, but we're learning from it. And, yeah, it's just a lot to handle, but it's super fun. So.
Well, we really appreciate you guys cheering on this crowd. Haven, we got 4 seniors here, and we got some other ones down there. Who are the other seniors that have been doing a good job of leading this team this year?
Yes, so we have 9 seniors this year, which is a lot, but we have been all working really well together and all leading in our own ways. So me and Hallie and Maddie and Lexi are all here, and then we have Taylor, who's doing band as well, which is awesome. We love to see him like doing a dual sport. We have Kendall, Allie, Emma, Harding, we have Emily, and that's all of us. That's all 9 of us.
Yeah, it's a big senior class and really good senior group, period, with the boys and the girls, because you got 16 senior football guys, really close-knit group. And ladies, why don't you tell the fans where they can see you in state competition? We got regionals coming up pretty soon, I believe in a couple of weeks. I know we go to Frederick here in 2 weeks, but after that, I think we got some competition. So where are regionals? When can these fans come and cheer you guys on and be loud and be proud?
Yes, Coach. We have regionals, not this Saturday, but the next at September 16th at Broken Arrow. And then the following week would be state at Tulsa also. So.
At Tulsa. Is that you still at the UMAC? Do they play at the Union? Yeah.
Yes, still.
So fans need to get there, get to, where's the 16th, where's regionals at?
The 16th is at Broken Arrow.
Yes,
That's
get to Broken Arrow, because we know, give the fans how important it is to have them in the stands and yelling and cheering. Like, that's a big thing.
It's very important to have. It's actually on the score sheet.
There you go,
Our audience and how you yell back for us. So it's very important to us. And it helps us, push us through the routine, knowing we have people there supporting us.
So September 16th, we're going to go to Broken Arrow. We're going to win regionals, and then we're going to go back next week to Tulsa, go to the UMAC, the Union, and we're going to win state and be the first 4A state championships here at Washington, Oklahoma. Ladies, thanks for joining us. You guys doing a great job, and keep working hard and supporting these Warrior athletes.
Warriors, and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Welcome back to Reed Field. It is halftime here as the band takes the field. We do have something special going on Sunday with the band. They are having their fundraiser, their first annual Washington Band Mattress fundraiser, as they are selling some mattresses. They're raising some money to go to Europe, I believe, next year. And so, guys, I need a mattress. I'm thinking about going over there on Sunday, maybe laying down. Might take a nap as long as it's not during football. You know, I got fantasy team to look after. And so we got the Warrior Band here on the field. We'll take a look at them and their performance as they are ready to go.
Your halftime entertainment, Washington Warrior Band.
How about that Washington Warrior Marching Band, the Class 2A state champions last year, performing for us at a halftime. When we get back, we'll have Jesse Carey and Dakota Barker with their halftime show. They got a lot to talk about. Opening weekend in NFL. Last week, college football started, so be ready to be entertained by these two young men. Warriors up 14-0 at half.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Welcome back to Reed Field. I'm Jesse Carey, joined with Dakota Barker. We've got a little halftime show for you. How about the Warriors up 14-0 against Jones? Jones went 1 for 4 on fourth downs conversions, 2 of those in goal-to-go situations. Dakota, what do you think about the Warriors play that half?
Well, honestly, I mean, for the defense, it's been not what it's been all year. I mean, or for the past couple years. Today's more of a bend but don't break situation. They'll give up yardage tonight, but they come up clutch. Like at the end of half, Max Wilson with the pick to end the half. But the things the Warriors can't have doing, they got that goal line stop, and when I say goal line, it was like inches to the end zone. They get that stop, but immediately a fumble. It was more of a forced fumble than a given up fumble, but still, you can't give that ball back.
Yeah, major scramble and got a good scramble. Then, obviously it ended with a fumble. But Warriors doing good. They're up 14-0. We'll see if they can keep this lead, expand on it, and win the game against Jones, a formidable team. They're ranked number 4 in our class, I believe.
Yes, sir. Washington's number 4 and Jones is number 4. Or Washington's number 1 and Jones is number 4.
Yeah, so there we go. So let's talk about some college football. It's back. Week 1 last week, but talking about week 2 right now, OU takes on SMU at 5 p.m. It's a late game. And last week they're coming off a win against Arkansas, 73-0. What did you think of the Sooners' performance last week, Dakota?
It was great. I mean, that big of a win, obviously, it's going to be great. Sooners fans have a ton to be happy about this year, ton to be looking forward to. I mean, the number one thing the Sooners are looking forward to is short-term success. Dylan Gabriel, 19 for 22, 308 yards with 2 touchdowns, 1 running, 2 and 1. I think the biggest impressive move I've seen OU have that game, Arnold, the backup QB, 11 for 11, 114 with 1 touchdown pass.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. But, I actually didn't get to watch the game live. Shout out Rock Creek Road Walmart. I didn't get to watch the game live, but I did watch the highlights. We looked pretty good. So let's talk about OSU. No one wants to hear about OSU, but for the 2 people out there that do. They play Arizona at 9:30 p.m., so both night games for the Oklahoma schools. And they're coming off a win against Central Arkansas, 2 Arkansas teams that we both played. They won 27-13. Some would call that a struggle win. We won 73-0. I'm just saying. We don't. We can leave it there. We don't.
We don't talk trash.
I'm not trying to start. The season just started, Dakota. I'm not trying to start.
Yeah, exactly.
But, and Dakota, did you watch the Colorado TCU game? That was interesting. How about Colorado coach Sanders, Deion Sanders? Former NFL cornerback, Hall of Famer. His son led them 510 yards and 4 touchdowns, Dakota. He had a very impressive game.
Yeah, that was impressive, but the most impressive thing about that game, offensive wide receiver, defensive safety, Travis Hunter, showing up and showing out.
Yeah, he played almost, pretty much the entire game, almost every snap he was out there. 11 catches for 119 yards, and like you said, that interception, had a very impressive game. Maybe some calling him early a Heisman pick. We'll see. We'll see how he plays. And then how about this? Clemson getting knocked off 28-7 by Duke. Duke not just a basketball school anymore, apparently, Dakota.
Yeah, I mean, there were signs in the crowd saying just wait for basketball season, but that wasn't the case that night.
No, it's going to be interesting to see if Duke can, be consistent. I mean, you knock a team off like Clemson, you got to be pretty good. So we'll see if they can keep that going. And, Dakota, I got to clown on you a little bit. The Chiefs lost 21-20 against the Lions Thursday night, opening game of the NFL. 9 dropped passes. Obviously, Travis Kelce didn't play. What was your thoughts on the 9 dropped passes, and maybe Kadarius Toney, who had a few of those?
Well, I mean, it's just not acceptable. When you got a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you pay him big bucks. He's making the plays, but it seemed like everything he had to do with his legs. He could hit his wide receivers in the hands, and they're dropping passes. And in crucial times, it just can't happen.
Maybe a good loss to have week 1, wake yourselves up from the Super Bowl victory. You know, maybe a bit of in a slump. Maybe they didn't train this hard in training camp. Maybe this is a wake-up call for them so they can see if they can run it back. Well, talk about some fighting. I don't know that we've ever done this. Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland in Australia, 9 p.m. tomorrow. And Dakota, you know me. I'm not a betting man. I don't promote betting. I don't bet myself, Dakota. But I do have $50 on is he getting a round 2 knockout. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, obviously not betting people, but, I mean, I can see that bet.
You know, Dakota, I also have a sneaky $10 bet on Sean Strickland, round 5 submission. And if that one comes through, that one can come through big. All right,
even though we're not betting people, but
I would never bet,
happen.
Dakota. I never.
Yeah, exactly, never bet.
All right, we're gonna end up this halftime show. Let's see if the Warriors can finish this game.
Welcome back to Reed Field. 14-0 your Washington Warriors lead as both teams are on the field now, and Stuart McPherson is near midfield. Talked with Coach Beller in his halftime interview as teams are getting ready to stretch. We'll kick it down to you, Stuart.
All right. Yeah, I got Coach Brad Beller with me, and Brad, I walked up and said, very interesting first half.
It was, kind of odd. You're up 14-0. Both teams' offenses felt like they were really in control of the majority of the half. We were just able to capitalize on a couple of drives. We gave them the short field on a turnover, but other than the turnover and kind of a stalled out drive, which was my fault, we've got to do. We feel like the adjustments that we made at halftime will be good.
Got to get Major out of the pocket. I've never seen him have passes batted down.
No, and what they're doing is they're just going straight cover zero, sending more than we can block. The RPO game is open, but all they're doing is getting his passing lanes. So we've got to do a better job of getting him into spots where he can make easy throws.
But running the football is working.
Hudson Howard, Cade Norman, running. Cade's got a little bit of a rib problem right now, but Hudson got his helmet knocked off. We had to fix his helmet, but Cade's a good back, so we got to get them the football.
All right, Brad. Best of luck second half.
A good point there, Stuart, that Coach Beller was talking about as far as they're able to score. They only had to punt one time and driving the ball down the floor. Offense doing a good job, but again, not having a whole lot of time for Cantrell to pass the ball. As the Longhorns, Kyle, they don't even have a safety deep. They're going man coverage across the board and sending 6 or 7 guys each time. And the Warriors, if they can pick up one of those blocks, they'll be able to spring something loose for a long game.
Yeah, and Coach Beller hit on it with Stewart out there, and talking to Palico in here. They're bringing the house every play, and like Coach Beller said with Stewart, gotta get Major into a spot where he can make plays, get him out of the pocket, and just be the guy he is. TJ, you get him out of the pocket, get a little RPO game going. Let him make some reads. Let him use his feet on the ground. I mean, it's definitely going to be there. But another thing too, got to be better on defense.
Yeah, Jones hadn't had
corners and outside linebackers really got to step up here in the second half.
Well, that's one thing that Coach Beller said before we went on the air. He said, our defensive backs are trying not to let anybody beat them deep, and they're not beating us deep. They're taking that what we're giving them. They're throwing it short on us, and so we've just got to cinch it up on the defensive back side and make some plays. We got guys coming up, putting helmets on. We got to get them down now.
Yeah, I was looking at this scoreboard here, Stuart, and I noticed you checking your phone as well. I saw the Lincoln Christian Vian score, 42-3. Lincoln Christian over Vian. How about Vian having to? I mean, again, they're playing the same non-district game that they had last year, but man, all 3 teams. You look at all 3 teams: Jones, Vian, and Washington.
And Vian's not in the shape this year to play those people.
Right.
No, they looked a lot better last year.
These 3 teams, they're setting themselves up for success later on down the line. And, interesting enough, Jones starts out 0-3 last year, goes undefeated in the district.
Makes it to the playoffs.
Makes it to the semis. plays us in the semis. And so, again, we got some OU fans in here. You would think that no, because you're still recruiting against Texas, you know. And that's the same conversation I've had with some of my OSU friends is, you know, you want your rivals to do well. You don't, because you're recruiting against them in college football, and you want them to lose and be bad. That way you can get those recruits. As we get ready for the second half kickoff, Warriors won the toss and deferred, so they will be receiving the second half kick. See who's kicking for the Longhorns. Where offense been pretty unstoppable. Just got to make an adjustment, Kyle, on picking up some extra blocker or extra defenders. And I think they'll have a chance to have some explosive plays in this second half.
Yeah,
and he's able to recover that and push it for about 5 yards to the 45. Look like Cade's in some baseball shape there. Look like playing that hot corner in baseball. Got that line drive.
Yeah, a little three-bagger there. Got a little hands on him, a little line drive right at him, was able to bring that one in. He's not one of them guys that's going to catch that ball and just take a knee.
Yeah, he was not going to wave the hand up in the air. Hopefully his rib issue isn't too bad, as Coach Beller mentioned at halftime. Hudson Howard trots out to the field at that running back spot with Major Cantrell. They have the ball to start the second half at the 45-yard line of Washington. Receivers to each side for Cantrell. Takes the snap, hands it off to Howard, and he is stuffed up the middle. Big man for the Longhorns. Looks like number 71, Dallas Estrada. 6'3", 350, Kyle.
Big old boy.
Able to stop the running back for the Warriors.
Yeah, not much there for Howard to start.
I didn't see Howard for a while.
Start frame 3 here, but we'll see if they can get going.
Hand off again to Howard. Bounces it to the outside, makes a man miss. To see a penalty.
Have a hold though.
As he's able to make a lot of moves and push the ball down past the 40-yard line. I think you might be right, Kyle.
Didn't see who it was on, but any other flag right there other than a hold is gonna blow my mind right here, TJ.
And you see the Warriors trying to establish that running game and maybe slow down the pressure from that defense of the Longhorns. It's going to back the Warriors up 10 yards.
Give me a Powerball ticket.
Second and 20 for the Warriors. The Warriors look to the sideline and get the call from Coach Beller, calling plays this year. Cantrell takes the snap, rolls out to the left, throws it to the left. This time to Cooper Alexander as he comes back and secures the ball. Nice gain there by the senior receiver.
Exactly what I was going to say, TJ.
Yeah, he kept track of. Number 6 was Ahmad Kirby. He's the one that stripped Cantrell earlier in the game. And Alexander did a good job of covering that ball up with 2 hands and getting the Warriors a first down on a big second down and long play.
Pretty good little matchup out here. Got 6 kind of shadowing Alexander. Not a big size difference in between the two of them. 6, pretty big boy.
Yeah, 6 foot, 195 pounds, only a junior. Also plays running back for the Longhorns. They send Alexander in motion. Handoff goes to Hudson Howard and nearly makes the man miss, but great play there by number 36, Nick Norris. He kind of bounced off that defender, off that blocker. Block was Cooper Alexander. He spun off of him and made the play.
Yeah, talked about Longhorns bringing the house almost every play, and you saw right there, Nick Norris sneaking through there and hitting him in the backfield.
Second down and 11 for the Warriors. Cage Morris, Cooper Alexander on the left.
Still really don't have a safety, TJ.
They're daring.
They're packing the box every play.
Cantrell has enough time. He'll be able to make them pay. He rolls out to the left, looks over the middle, has Nate Robertson, is broken away. Nice play there by 17, Creighton Jones, nearly picked off by Jones. Longhorns bring up third down.
Yeah, Creighton Jones, 6'3", 180, was able to slip over the top there and bat that one away. Almost picked off. TJ Warriors reset here, 3rd and 11. Big crucial down right here to start this second half.
Yeah, you think they'll try to pick up a little bit at least and give themselves a chance on 4th down, if not try to get the 1st down here. 3rd down and 11 with 9:46 to go in the quarter. Spread formation, no running backs as they bring Howard in motion, hand it off to him on the jet sweep. Tries to get upfield but cannot get past linebacker Luke DeBusk. And that'll bring up 4th down and about 10. We'll see what the Warriors choose to do. The speed of the Longhorn defense unable to.
Official timeout. Warriors trying to go with the jet sweep there, and DeBusk. We've heard his name several times tonight. Just coming in and cleaning the clock of Hudson Howard.
What do we got down there, Stuart? It's in the officials.
Somebody in the student section's got a megaphone.
It's the one with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, that's it.
4th down and 10. Warriors come out like they're going to go for it. They have 3 receivers to the right. Gage Morris is the receiver on the bottom, and Hudson Howard flanked to the right of Major Cantrell. Cantrell rolls to the right, looking left towards Gage Morris on the post route. He's open. Touchdown! No, just short, Kyle, just short. 1 yard short of the end zone. I thought he might have had it. Great play call by the Warriors as Gage Morris comes up big.
What a play call right there by Coach Beller. Had an 8, and Coop slipped out in the slots, looking at the flats, and Major turns and just hits Gage Morris over the middle there. Big pickup there for the Warriors.
Handoff goes to Hudson Howard, and he's in for his 3rd touchdown of the evening. Set up by the big play from Cantrell to Gage Morris on 4th down. The Warriors lead 20-0. As Mason Thomas trots out on the field for the extra point attempt. Deep snapper is Nate Roberts. Placeholder, Tatum Wilt. Thomas marks off his steps. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good with 9:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Warriors up 21-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are a leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs throughout Oklahoma and Texas. Their support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good...
Welcome back to Reed Field. We are watching the Squirtle game of the week between the Washington Warriors and the Jones Longhorns. Warriors pitching a shutout so far with 9:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harrison, Stuart McPherson, Tanner Olson with the squib kick as it dribbles down to the 30-yard line. The Longhorns have their possession start there in Longhorn territory. We'll have to get Stuart to find some games. I don't know, is there a lot of teams playing? You got Purcell and Pauls Valley this week, is that correct?
Yes. I'll see what I can find on that.
Yeah, that'd be a good game. Pauls Valley coming back from the abyss of death and coming back and beating Davis last week. We were watching that, keeping track of that while we were down in Sulphur. Thought Davis had that one handled, bragging on Davis, and Pauls Valley came back and won in the 4th quarter. As Hanson takes the snap, throws it left. Braden Scott with the reception as he gets rode out of bounds by Max Wilson. about 4 yards on the play will bring up 3rd down and 6. Or excuse me, 2nd down and 6. 9:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cade Norman back in at the safety position as Hanson looks to throw. Running up the middle, Kane Lampkin, the first Warrior to meet him. Keller Howard as well.
Really seeing the speed there at Kane Lampkin coming off the edge, closing the gap, and just swallowing that quarterback up there. Bring up 3rd down and 6 here for the Longhorns.
See if the Warrior defense can get off the field here. The Longhorns have been able to drive the ball into Warrior territory all night, but to no avail. They have not been able to put any points up on the board. This would be a huge stop for the Warrior defense if they're able to stop them from no gain. Hanson looking to run up the middle, throwing it deep over the middle, and Tanner Olson in coverage on number 3, Jacoby Wolf. Good pressure by the front line of the defense. I think Hanson had to get rid of that a little bit quicker than he wanted to, Kyle.
Yeah, had good pressure there. You described it. TJ had Kane coming off. Hanson had to step up, and just great coverage downfield. Olsen had 2 steps in front of him, and Hanson just overthrew that ball. Longhorns will have to punt right here.
Creighton Jones coming on for his 2nd punt attempt of the night. Dawson Thomas and Max Wilson back to receive. Low snap. Case Alexander smartly does not draw the penalty. I think he could have blocked it if he wanted to, and Dawson Thomas rolls away, but Kyle, Case Alexander was there. I think he could have if he wanted to, but he just wanted to play it safe, and that's a great play by the young freshman. Trying not to cause them to get a 1st down on the roughing the punter penalty. Warriors will have 1st down at the 34-yard line of Washington. Rejoice Christian, I see a score as it crosses the ticker up on Beggs. Beggs was preseason ranked top 5 in Class 3A or 2A. Their talented running back Red Martell back for his senior year. Warriors come out with 3 receivers to the right. This time Mason Singletary on the bottom. Cantrell looking to throw, looking right, looking deep. Pass is intended for
here, guys.
Handoff goes to Hudson Howard, and big man over the middle.
Well,
that
wasn't the touchdown.
But go ahead, Stuart. Yeah, you kind of have a good vantage point from there.
It's sidelines are full. People on the fence. Down on the west end, the south end, there's Washington fans over on the Jones side. We got people watching home. Got my grandkids, Palmer and Presley, home watching with their Gigi.
Yeah.
You got Tucker and Dylan at home.
Cole trying to crowd those animals as Cantrell rolls to the right on this 3rd down play. Comeback pass falls short of Wilson. Now bring up 4th down, but you're right, Stuart. This is a premier matchup. It is the game of the week for a reason, and a lot of people came to watch. And how about that west side? That concession stand's coming along, the band room. Gotta think that's going to be open pretty soon as fans.
They said bathrooms are open tonight.
So
gotta be getting close.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building that the patrons of Washington are able to provide for their students in Washington through the bond issue. A lot of construction going on. But it's going to look pretty awesome when it's all said and done as Tatum Wilk is set back to punt to number 2, Mason Templeton. High end over end punt as Templeton gets underneath it, and he is smashed as soon as he catches it. Jordan Kilmer bringing the wood.
We always talk about Kilmer. I think Stuart last week talked about him being a bull in the china closet.
Good
saw
tackle.
it right there.
He's really been a mainstay in the special teams department for the Warriors. It seemed like every year, the last 3 years, we've been calling his name, making tackles left and right for the Washington special teams.
Stuart, you got the guest picker on Squirtle's Pick'em show down there right by you.
Yeah,
Hunter Shepard.
Hunter Shepard, he's quite the celeb.
Spread formation for the Longhorns as they hand it off to Sawyer, and he's met immediately in the hole. Case Taylor with the tackle. And Keller Howard as well. Case Taylor having a good night. When I think of Case Taylor, Kyle, I think about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years, is when he's a freshman playing CCS here in Washington, and he just had himself a night coming in as a freshman, making plays, stopping them short of a first down. Caleb Bruce, I'll give him credit. He's the one that actually made the tackle, but he had a big night as Case Taylor's coming on the blitz, and he makes the sack. What a play. Oh, that's 14, Keller Howard. But good job, nice dialed up blitz there by Coach K.
Yeah, Howard coming in. We both thought that was Taylor right there, just talking him up before. And then I was about to say, what a way to make a name for yourself. But give it up to Howard there, bringing the heat and stopping the Longhorns for a big loss.
3rd and long for the Longhorns. There's 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Hanson and his fellow teammates looking to Coach Witt on the sideline. See what they have in store for this Warrior defense as they send Wire in motion. Hanson looking left, throwing left on the wheel route, and it is nearly picked off. Is it picked off?
Yeah, give him number 2 in the game.
It is. Max Wilson having himself a game. That's his 3rd interception of the season.
3rd on the season, 2nd on the night. Talk about him not getting much of offense, but Coach Beller might have seen something on defense there. Get him in. Got 2 picks on the night. Have yourself a night, boy.
Well, how about that? You move in from Norman, where you got to think that, I'm not saying, I don't know, I didn't know him from last year, but usually in those bigger schools, you're playing one way. And so he's playing receiver only at Norman, and now comes here to Washington, gets the opportunity to play both ways, and showing off some real skill at that defensive back position that the Warriors needed after Marlon Moore decided to concentrate on baseball his senior year. Cantrell takes the snap and hands it off to Howard. Howard churning his legs and trying to run forward, but finally brought down by Kirby.
I think now you'll see Washington's going to try to just do a lot of ball control right now.
Yeah, let the battle of the trenches take place, and not a bad thing to do. You have 4 seniors on that line with Easton Berglund, Baylor Haynes, Tanner Winlock, and Jordan Vanier, and you got Kingston Stringer coming in at that center spot, and he's a big, strong man himself, doing a great job this year in replace of Caleb Bruce, who graduated and is playing at Friends University now. New formation here for the Warriors as they have Nate Roberts in the half diamond next to Cantrell. Cantrell fakes the handoff, throws it to Roberts on the wheel route, stiff arms a man, tries to stiff arm again, trying to get more yardage, jumps over another guy, and is down inside the 15-yard line, Kyle. What a blasting catch by those 2 young men.
Yeah, I had Roberts lined up. He called it out before the play, TJ, right there in that diamond, new set we've never seen before, and just slipped him out, hit him quick, and
got a late hit
right there.
We'll add half the distance onto this. Had a late hit after they got him down.
Yeah, you can see that whoever that was for the Longhorns kind of led with his helmet too. I know you can kind of let up and still get away with that, but he stuck the crown of his helmet in Roberts' back, and that gives the Warriors some more yardage. Bring up 1st down and goal inside the 10 at the 6. Same formation for the Warriors as they try to extend the lead with 5 to go in the third quarter. Handoff goes to number 5. That's Hudson Howard. And he's able to gain a couple yards, bring it down to about the 2. 2nd down and goal for the Warriors. Howard with 3 touchdown runs already this evening. The junior tailback broke 1,000 yards for his career last week at Sulphur after a 100-yard game on 13 carries. Cantrell hands it off to Howard. He follows his big offensive line, and he's in for a touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run by Hudson Howard. Gives them a 27-0 lead.
Howard get on the board again for the 4th time tonight, TJ. Coming into the ballgame with 5 touchdowns, almost getting into double digits. He's got 9 on the year after 3 games. I bet after the showing of that first game after 4 TDs, he's probably going to see much more of him tonight.
Mason Thomas on for the extra point attempt. Got to give a shout out to Mike Spalding providing some stats for us. We'll have to check those career stats out that he gives me weekly on Mr. Hudson Howard. Got to be getting close to some records or the potential of a season record for touchdowns if he's already at 9 on the season. Thomas, the extra point is up and it's good. With 4:18 to go in the third quarter, you're watching the Squirtle Game of the Week on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go, Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year.
Welcome back to Reed Field. Warriors up 28-0 on Jones in the Squirtle Game of the Week. Tanner Olson squibs a kick to number 2, Mason Templeton, at the 35-yard line. And again, Warrior offense kind of been the story of the meetings, of the last 3 meetings between these two teams. The Jones Longhorns have not been able to have an answer for this Warrior offense.
Well, guys, you know that Washington and Jones have played 4 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah. And Warriors behind a big play by Jamison Holland in the playoffs a couple years ago when Carson May was the quarterback. Were able to start that trend of 3 in a row of these Longhorns. Looking to go 4-0 in those matchups as the handoff goes to Sawyer, and he is tackled by 28, Jake Coles, senior linebacker, doing a good job this week at his spot. Had a nice game last week as far as tackles are concerned.
Guys, we talked about it though. I mean, Creasy's been out tonight, their star quarterback. Hanson's I think he's done a pretty good job stepping in, not getting any snaps in high school football, of coming in here against #1 ranked team in your class tonight. Playing a decent ball game. Kid can throw it a little bit, but just going back to that, got to give it up to the kid coming in first game right off the bat. He's shown some signs of shines a light here tonight.
Nice play by the Warrior defense as they were not fooled by that trick play. Cade Norman meets the running back early as they try some misdirection on the jet sweep. Warriors able to get off their blocks and make the tackle. Bring up 3rd and long for this Longhorn offense. Secondary is going to need to be ready here. That'd be Tanner Olson, Cole Beller, Cade Norman, and Max Wilson, who has a pair of interceptions. Pressure being brought as Hanson, avoiding tacklers now, running back to the right. He's going to keep it. Good discipline there by Tanner Olson to lay off of the quarterback. And good coverage in the secondary. That's as good as a coverage sack, Kyle.
Yeah, great coverage right there. But, man, give it up to Hanson. Slip in the pocket, had Lampkin in the backfield, and also 14 about had him down too, was able to slip out, pick up all he could, but still not enough for the first down. Longhorns going to have to punt again.
4th down and 8 as Creighton Jones lines up at his 25. The punt to Wilson and Dawson Thomas are lined up their 25.
I got a fair catch.
Yeah, it's right there by Stewart. The ball is kind of hit off the side of the foot of Jones.
Stewart, you would have had that cowboy hat on. You're catching that ball. Probably
I got
probably
Mike
taking it to the house.
Mike in one hand, phone in the other. I'm just going to have to let that and call a fair catch and get out of the way.
Any updates on the Purcell-Pauls Valley game?
I can't get Squirtle to come up down
That's
here.
what I was trying to walk out when I was having problems too. Let's see if we can get it up.
I don't.
Pauls Valley or Purcell is probably not posting that. The other game of the week, Tonkawa and Perry tied up at 0, according to the Squirtle score ticker. First down and 10 from 34. Spread formation by the Warriors. Cantrell throwing right to Nate Roberts. Able to push the pile forward. Nate Roberts having a good game this evening.
That's why Nate Roberts is who he is right there. Was able to catch that ball right at the line of scrimmage. Had 1 or 2 guys on him and able to slip through it, pick up another 9 yards after contact. Big first down right there to start this drive for the Warriors.
Yeah, only a junior going to have a great career when it's all said and done. As Cantrell throws it to Cooper Alexander this time, and he's unable to handle that. Again, Nate Roberts. One of the leading receivers for the Warriors he has 5 receptions before tonight, 42 yards. I think he might have matched that tonight. He's caught quite a bit. 1 touchdown. Again, his career stats looking pretty good for a junior, and they're only going to increase, as well as his recruitment is going to increase, Kyle.
Yeah, he's got several teams hot on his trail, and we'll see where he goes. Only time will tell.
Got to think that
up to him.
Got to think it's going to be somewhere close. Second down and 10 for the Warriors. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in a long third quarter. As Cantrell takes the snap, and DeBusk makes the tackle as Howard unable to get anything going. That snap's getting a little to the right, fellas. Let's see. Of course, you got big 71, 350-pounder. That's 3 bills and a $50 sitting right in front of Kingston Stringer. Third down and 10, 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Warriors up 28-0 in the Squirtle game of the week. One of the Diesel Horse brothers picked a 3-touchdown victory for the Warriors. I don't know if they realize how good the defense could be. Nice move, Cantrell, as he makes the man miss. Now he's running. He's loose. He's to the sideline, going to get close to the first down, and he does. Nice piece of running by the senior quarterback.
Stewart, that's what you like to see right there. Get out of the pocket, get out of bounds, don't get hit. Great run right there by Major.
He just about had his head taken off.
There's a penalty near the Jones sideline. Looks like a dead ball. Personal foul on the Longhorns. That's going to tack on 15 more yards. But again, nice piece of running by the senior quarterback, and that has been the difference in the last 2 victories for the Warriors, is the legs of Major Cantrell.
Yeah, he had that 99-yard one at Jones last year that sort of sealed the game for us. The Warriors made that good defensive stop on the goal line.
Yep. First down and 10 at the 30. 1:10 to go in the quarter. Low snap. Handed off to Hudson Howard. Kind of threw the timing off on the play.
Going to have a late hit by 2.
Yeah, we're going to have another
Templeton
personal foul late hit.
Kind of Major right after he handed the ball off.
Yeah.
Unnecessary roughness on the QB.
Those low snaps, guys, are throwing all the everything off. Handoffs are coming a little late, so we've got to get that cleaned up.
Another personal foul. Back-to-back personal fouls on the Longhorns. Go half the distance and get the ball at the 15-yard line. First down and 10. Warriors up 28-0 over a top 10 ranked Jones team. Cantrell, again, the right side of the, keeps going to the right, Kyle, and sure now just in Kingston's head right now.
Yeah, we might have jinxed ourselves talking about really haven't had bad snaps this year, but you called it earlier, TJ. You got to get 3 bills in front of you. He's going to have to man up get that ball back to your quarterback so we can run a play.
Second down and about 15. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Warriors will have to take another snap as there's 12 seconds left on the play clock.
I'm sure Mama Stringer will give him a talking to at the house later.
Bunch set on the left side for the Warriors. The handoff goes to Hudson Howard up the middle to Busk. His name's been called a lot tonight. The linebacker from Jones makes the tackle as the clock ticks to 0 to end the third quarter. Warriors will flip fields. Have third down and 14 to go. When we come back, you're watching the Squirtle Game of the Week. Warriors up 28-0 over the Jones Longhorns.
These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field. Squirtle Game of the Week. Warriors up 28-0 over the Jones Longhorns. Got a lot of action coming up in all activities here, Kyle, here in Washington with cheer regionals coming up.
Yeah, cheer's
baseball
always a big event.
week.
Everybody travels good for cheer. Get up there and support those girls. They only get 2 minutes once or twice a year to give what they've been working for all year. So get out and support them. Got a golf tournament coming up on the 16th. Still need some hole sponsors.
Had a couple people already messaged
We need more. So hit TJ up. Hit any of the parents up on the golf team.
Amy
Need some more
Lorman, Randy Denton.
hole sponsors, and let's fill that thing up because, man, golf's kind of blowing up in Washington.
Kyle, I have like 10 kids in junior golf. That's off-season junior high golf, and so that's not counting the kids that are in other sports. So really looking to expand that program as Cantrell takes the snap on third down and hands it off to Hudson Howard, and he is tripped up again by the Busk and bring up fourth down.
Coach Beller here, Stuart, you take points, or you got to go for it?
They're going to go for it. I thought they might try to kick a field goal, but they're going to go for it.
Fourth down and 11. We'll see where the Warriors go here. Lots of weapons. Mason Singletary's only had one catch on the night. Had a big week last week. Got Cooper Alexander at tight end on the right side. Cantrell looking. And he nearly makes the catch. Broken up at the last second. Good play by the defensive back as you see Cooper Alexander come open right there at the bottom of the
shot
screen.
there. Major put it on him and just wasn't able to look it down. Kind of remind me of the Kansas City game last night. I don't know how many drop passes I watched last night, but it was a bunch.
Yeah. Cooper was covered pretty well there, though, so I don't blame Cooper on that.
No, I wasn't dragging him down. I was just talking about the incompletion.
Yeah, Rodarius Toney looked like Chubbs off of Happy Gilmore with those hands. First down on the turnover downs for the Jones Longhorns. Ball is placed at the 16-yard line. Hanson hands it off to Sawyer, and he is shot down by Cole Beller. Cole Beller. You guys watched the newscast that the Washington Warrior news team put on. Paisley Taylor and Laney Dickerson had Cole Beller and Major Cantrell. Cole talked about his motivation to do well has been kind of to quiet the haters. You got an undersized kid that maybe some people don't think can do anything, and he's definitely kept them quiet, hasn't he? Hanson passed to number 3 for the Longhorns. Jacoby Wolf near the first down marker, Kyle. Coach Fearborn really getting after the offensive line there, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm having to take a peek down there because I remember Fearborn got a few of them talking to himself back when we used to play. We were we were on that side of it back in the day, just getting the chilling, and I tapped you on the shoulder. I had to take a peek down there and get some action to that.
3rd down and 1 for the Longhorns as the handoff goes to Sawyer. And he's going to have enough for the first down after about a 2-yard gain. 10:08 to go in the game. Warriors up 28-0 in this Squirtle game of the week. Again, all the Squirtles in the Pick'em Pay Dirt show last night picked the Warriors, including my buddy Lane Jones, who's over in Piedmont. He's a food aficionado too, and recommended Tara Humara's.
Yeah, Tarmara's good, but we can show a little love to some restaurants around here.
Yeah, good job by 21 Pitts, and they might get a penalty. We'll see. Maybe if that was on the Jones sideline, they might have called that. It looked like he got horse collar, but rode down out of bounds.
Stuart, what do you think about that down there?
I didn't hear you.
I said, what do you think about that? Maybe a late hit down there?
I thought so, because he had stepped out way back. You see where the ball is, and they tackled him another 10 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Band was loud. I couldn't hear you.
First down gain for the Warriors, or excuse me, for the Longhorns. Make it 1st down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Handoff goes to Sawyer. Makes a man miss in the backfield, and then tries to carry a Warrior defender. Cade Norman, Case Taylor, and again Cole Beller.
Did a good job right there. Had a chance to break one there. Bounced off a couple of defenders right there at the line of scrimmage, and Warrior offense or defense right there. Was able to just come in and put some arms around him. That's good to see.
Cole Beller again making plays, and as good of as a football player he is, even a better young man. One of the high character kids here at Washington, as the Longhorns take a timeout with 9:09 to go in the ball game. We're watching the Squirtle game of the week. Warriors up 28-0.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmuns.com.
Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626.
Welcome back to Reed Field. 2nd down and 7 for the Longhorns. As the Warriors showing pressure, bringing pressure. Hanson takes the low snap, now runs up the middle, and he is tackled by Cade Norman past the 1st down marker. A gain of about 9 yards to give the Longhorns a 1st down, and they look to be playing a little quicker here. Did not see.
I know I'm talking this kid up, man, but give him credit right there. Warriors bringing the house, pressure from the outside right there, was able to read it and just step up in the pocket and pick 1st down. Keep this Longhorn offense on the field.
Haven't seen Braden Scott out there.
I'm surprised. They're sort of like Sulphur. They're not in a hurry.
No. And again, we talked to some Jones out here, and I think they were shocked to see number 11, Hanson, out there at quarterback with Case Taylor pressuring. Nice comeback by Pitts. Heard people hollering. Is there a penalty? Got an official down here on our sideline. Looks like it might be a holding penalty. Again, good pressure being brought. Forced Hanson out of the pocket. There's Braden Scott. He's looking for him.
Oh, man, it wasn't a hold. It was a...
No, they called it a illegal formation.
What was that, Stuart?
First down 15 for the Longhorns.
Stewart, what do we have penalty there? Legal motion?
Stewart's got his mic turned off. 8:30 and running in the ball game as, again, the Warriors showing pressure, bringing pressure, run up the middle to Sawyer. Ball's loose, and Max Wilson with his third turnover.
Who was that
recovery of the game.
Case Alexander slipping over the top, laying the wood and punching that ball.
Take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay as here comes the young man smoking him from behind.
Is that Alexander?
Can't really tell from that instant replay, but what a play. Hey, 3 turnover recoveries for Max Wilson. Again, defensive side of the ball might be his calling at the next level. I know he's being looked at that receiver position for college, but he's doing a heck of a job for this Warrior defense, solidifying that other corner spot. Him and Tanner Olson locking down these receivers from Jones. 8:17 to go in the ball game. Warriors have the ball at the 37-yard line.
Be a 5 TD night for Howard.
Another low snap. This time Howard corrals it. Stiff arms his way. Tries to get to the outside and runs out of bounds, trying to get as much yardage as he can on that play. Gained about a yard.
Got to get those snaps up. You hit on it earlier, but that's about the 7 or 8 that we've seen here in the second half.
Yeah. Well, Coach Beller asked me, he said, at halftime, he said, got any idea how many plays we ran? I said, not many in the first half. Second half, a little bit more.
Yeah. Second down and call it a short 9 yards. The Warriors trying to get to the bye week. Fake handoff, looking over the middle. Nice catch there by Nate Roberts. He's having a heck of a ball game. He gets knocked down by number 1 Wire, but not after picking up a big gain on that first down.
Yeah, good pass and catch right there. Majors just hitting one of his big guys over the middle, and Roberts tried to stiff arm a guy. It finally brought him down, and big first down pickup there for Nate Roberts.
I'll be interested to see when Mike Spalding sends those stats, how many yards that Roberts ends up with tonight. Got to have about 6 or 7 catches. Really like a safety blanket for Cantrell as he's able to find him. This time Howard takes the handoff, spins off a couple of defenders. Now he's breaking loose. See if he can get to the end zone. Cuts it back to the left. Ken got one man to beat. Touchdown! 35-yard touchdown run. Holy cow. What a run by Hudson Howard. Cal, you called it. Number 5 on the night.
Good number 5 on the night. But man, what a run. Has about 15 cutbacks. If you look up the definition of shake and bake on Google, it's that run right there. He made about 20 guys miss, man. What a run there for Mr. Hudson Howard. Picking up number 5. Double digits for TDs on the year after 3 games.
Mason Thomas in for the extra point attempt. Tatum Wilkes able to grab the snap, but he gets partially blocked, and that's not going to be good. But the Warriors add to their lead. They're up 34-0 in the Squirtle Game of the Week. It's 7:30 to go in the ball game. You're watching Washington Warriors football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
$19.89 to schedule a service visit. That's airfare, heat and air.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Welcome back to Reed Field. The 2A state champions, Washington, up 34-0 over the Jones Longhorns. talking to some old heads here in the booth about the touchdown single season touchdown record might be in jeopardy this year, Kyle, for a running back. Says
he's gonna have to get it by what they said. It's 50 something.
Yeah.
If it's 50 plus, that's
got 3 in 10 games.
Yeah, you got to be
10 in 3 games. Excuse me. You got to think. Yeah, that is getting it.
Kilmer was a state championship contender though, winner. So
he's got to average
might have a
5 a
chance
game
at it.
from here on out to get to 55. So that's huge. That's crazy. Good play there by Cole Beller on the special teams. Again, senior defensive player for the Warriors, really doing a great job of making plays. Sure tackler. As Longhorns come out in their spread formation, Hansen takes the snap, hands it off. It's like a different tailback here, and he's able to break a bunch of tackles. That's number 36, Nick Norris, as Tanner Olson takes him down. Game's going to give them a first down.
Senior Nick Norris is that. We've heard his
dad's
his
Chuck,
name a few
Chuck Norris, I think.
Dad Chuck Norris?
Maybe.
We've heard his name a few times tonight.
Yeah, 5'7", 160. You know, we saw a trio of good running backs last week. Sulphur. Longhorns got a couple themselves. Sawyer and Norris. Hansen looking to throw. Got a man open. Sidearms it. That's number 18. Evan Collier. Who's met immediately by the Warrior defense. Looks like number 12, Tatum Wilk, right there. Second down in about 6 as Coach K starts to bring in some new guys. It's like number 26 checking in. That's Cash Sides in at corner. Handoff goes up to Norris in the middle, and he's able to pick up a first down. Cale Brakefield. And number 56, I think that's a Canyon Alcorta. First time we've said his name this year. And Jackson Bird on the line of scrimmage with Ethan Clark. Tanner Olson's night looks to be over as Tatum Wilk takes over for that young man. Cade Norman still in at safety. Hansen looking to throw, throws it out to the right. Mason Thomas looking to chase. Nice tackle there by Tatum Wilk. As he does not let the receiver get by. We'll take a Purcell Vision Source replay.
That's
Again,
what you like. That's what you like out of them guys that don't get a whole lot of snaps, come in and make some tackles. You remember week 1, Washington D pitched a shutout, and they were able to score a couple touchdowns there late in the game on the 2s and 3s. So sure, they got a talking to. You got to like what you saw right there by Adam Wilk.
How about
these guys, when they get a chance, they want to make a showing.
You're exactly right. And there's Mason Thomas off the edge to get a tackle. Mason Thomas, you can see his frustration last week playing that outside backer position and missing some tackles, doing a great job of breaking down and making a tackle there in the backfield. Make up third down, bring up third down and 5. Kyle, how about our Purcell Vision instant replay?
Oh, it's great.
Scott and Stephanie Mendel providing that for us last year.
Gives me something to talk about.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Good stuff there. Hansen back to throw on a drop, deep drop. Looking nice spiral pass to Braden Scott, and it is picked off by Cade Norman, the senior safety. Put him at receiver, Coach.
Yeah, Cade fired up, getting him a pick there. That ball was a wounded duck hanging up in the air, but Cade stepping up there, just looking that one in. Good job getting him a pick. Cameraman's
we got
Cameron. A little lazy on us up there.
Not gonna get on too bad, Kyle. Jesse and Evan and Brett, they've been with us since the beginning of this Squirrel broadcast, and we're gonna have to find some guys to replace them. The seniors, they'll graduate. They do a good job for us, running the camera up there for us, taking away their Friday evening.
Second offense.
Come up and do this for the fans. As Stuart said, we got the second string in. Kinzer Scott in at quarterback. with Wyatt Wilk. Wyatt Wilk, the tailback behind him. Number 18, Braden Hutchinson, the receiver, along with Micah Smith. And we'll see what happened here. They got a touchdown. Bad snap.
They just got a touchdown, guys.
Yeah, I did. We'll take another look at that. As
Snap just rolled back into the end zone.
Yeah, there goes the shutout. Not to the defense's fault. Another bad snap. Again, you got to think, I don't know who was the center there, but the big 71's sitting over that again. I don't know. Like, Stringer's had a little bit of experience the last couple of games. I don't know who that backup center is. You get big 7-1 breathing down your neck. Looks like they got a little fright. Looks like the Longhorns will go for 2 here. It is 34-6. Hanson rolls out to the right, throws it up, and it is good. With 4:30 to go in the ball game, Warriors up 34-8. You're watching the Game of the Week on Squirtle and WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia.
Welcome back to Reed Field. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harrison, Stuart McPherson in your Squirtle Game of the Week. Jones finally gets on the scoreboard after a bad snap. Leads to a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, TJ, coach is hollering too. Definitely got to get the hands team out there. You know, onside kick's coming here.
A swift kick up the middle, bounces around, and looks like, can't tell, I think maybe Cade Norman thought about running it some more. Let's see who comes out of the foul, if that's Cade or not. Mason Thomas, check that. Smart decision. Cage Morris talks to him, say, good job, good job. Looks like the Jones Longhorns still have their first team defense out there with 4:26 to go in this blowout victory, pending blowout victory. And you have some second string offense for the Warriors as they look to get some reps. Handoff goes to Dawson Thomas on the jet sweep. Remember, Kyle, last year, Dawson Thomas took a hard hit in this Jones game.
Yep.
Kept him out a while, and he had a great start to his freshman season, and it got kind of derailed where he had to sit out quite a bit.
Yeah, D-Rail was able to come back towards the end of the year, made the state championship game, though, and really came on at the end of the year. Kid's going to be a player. Him and his brother Mason, man, they've got some talent in them, and Coach Beller is definitely glad to have both of them.
Scott takes the handoff, throws Wyatt Wilk on the handoff. Wilk hard running to the 35-yard line. You mentioned that. We had Jesse Carey and Evan Madden host the junior high football game last year, in which Dawson was just the best player on the field by a mile, making plays on offense and defense. And so that'll be a name to remember as you graduate 16 seniors this year. Think about a team that might have to rebuild, but I don't think so. They got a lot of talent still coming. Kinzer sends a man in motion. That's number 25, Cade Babcock. Good athlete himself, freshman, on the jet sweep. Gets little to no gain. 3 minutes to go as the Warriors send out their punt team. Back to receive for the Jones Longhorns is number 2, junior Mason Templeton. We've called his name a couple times this evening. Mainly on the defensive side, bringing some pressure.
Yeah, Stuart, you heard Coach Beller call out first punt there.
Yeah, they're scrambling a little bit. Get up 34-0. You know,
not rolling. But man, I don't care what you do. You credit Hudson Howard to this game. Five paydays in the end zone, man. It's That's kind of the story of the ball game.
Yeah, junior running back having himself a season so far. Thomas showing pressure on the edge. Good job by the defense in the middle. Number 56 again, Kenyon Alcorta. Jordan Kilmer.
Finally got some scores, guys.
There you go. Got some internet down there, huh?
Yeah, well, no, actually what I had to do was take it off the internet. Trying to get away from the band.
I saw Frederick was up big. That's the Warriors' next opponent as we make the long trip. Thursday night game, that got changed this week. As Hansen throws it up high, intercepted! Tatum Wilk with the pick. And he's running loose, and he's still going. We've got a scrum breaking out as the pile gets pushed. What a play there by the sure-handed defensive back. There is a penalty on the play, but while we await that call, we'll take another look at
Tatum
Tatum Wilk.
Tipped that ball. Might have been 60 Hunter Sanders tipped that ball at the line of scrimmage, and Wilk was able to bring that one in. And like you said, kind of everybody got on board there trying to push him.
See what the penalty is.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning. All right. Minute 42 to go. Again, Frederick, Thursday game. We got a bye week next week, and then we'll take a vehicle. Might have to get with some friends and see if we can get sponsored for a vehicle trip to Frederick. That is a long drive.
For a little Ferguson.
Yeah, maybe get Ferguson. Maybe get our friends down at Seth Wadley's to provide something. We'll see. We'll do some work. As the Warriors take over, they send Babcock in motion, hand it off to him on the jet sweep, looking for some room to run, and he is met as he turned the corner by number 27.
Seth Wadley, that
Will Jasper.
Well, Jones hasn't pulled off on defense.
No, they haven't.
Seth Wadley, you're listening that big F250 Platinum, jacked up with kind of that matte black finish I seen out front last week.
Here's some scores, guys. Got Rejoice Christian 35, Begg 16. That's the final. Pauls Valley 35, Purcell 14. That's in the fourth.
And Pauls Valley looking pretty good as they start their season off 3-0, and handoff goes to number 20 for the Warriors. It looks like that's Riley Gay. Just got released.
Got Sulphur 7, Davis 6 in the fourth.
Arm burner there.
Yeah, it's a little rivalry game, right? What do they call that game? They got that?
They call it Bedlam.
They call it Bedlam. Okay.
Lexington 21, Wayne 0.
Lexington looking to get their first victory of the season.
Frederick's going to win tonight. They beat Hobart 40-6.
Hobart, coached by Coach Allison, former Washington alum.
Crossings 21, Community Christian 13. That's in the fourth.
Scott able to corral that snap, and he's going to take a beating by some upperclassman Kirby there.
Lincoln Christian 55, Vian 11.
Whew. Yeah.
And Lindsay, the 32-0 over Atoka. That was just at halftime. But guys, a good ball game, good win for the Warriors here tonight. And like you said, now on the next week, a bye week next week, and give us time to heal any wounds and get ready for that long trip to Frederick.
Yeah, exactly right. A very impressive victory. And, the Longhorns coming in with a backup quarterback that the Warriors hadn't seen on film, were able to move the ball early, but the Warrior defense, again, bending and not breaking, creating 4 turnovers, check that, 3 of them by Max Wilson. And again, he's shown a propensity to be around the ball this year on that defensive side.
Yeah, had the Max Wilson show on defense and the Hudson Howard show on offense. Like I said, TJ, they struggled a little bit there in the first half. Made some good adjustments on the corner outside linebacker position there in the second half. Really locked in, settled down, and man, let the Hudson Howard show really set in on offense and take this game over. Really blowout win for the Warriors, but I mean, Jones did put one score on the board. Credit that second, third wash to know, but at the end of the game, good performance tonight on both sides of the ball.
Oh, you're exactly right, and don't be surprised if you see this in the semifinal matchup as the Jones Longhorns now have ended their non-district slate. And if it goes as planned, both teams end up undefeated and could meet in the semifinals, and that should be a heck of a ball game. Again, no game next week as the Warriors are on a bye, and then they'll be playing at Frederick on Thursday of the following week. So nothing to do next week. We got Sunday. The band is doing their fundraiser in the event center. If you guys are looking for a mattress, go check that out. They also have pillows and all kinds of other stuff. And so maybe get you some mattresses and help the band program out as they raise money to go to Ireland. And then cheer regionals on Saturday next week. So lots of stuff going on. Golf tournament, lots of stuff going on. And we look forward to this season as the weather starts to get cooler, but the Warriors will stay hot. They go away winning 34-8 for Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson. I'm TJ Scholes. You've been watching the Squirtle Game of the Week. Good night and go Warriors.
Air Products Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Products Supply is your local ClientMaster and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Products Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!